Great to be with you on this Memorial Day special event from Security Service Field. Bryant Johnson with you for the 51st Annual Southern Colorado All-Star Games. Best of the best are here today. 4A, 5A, they'll match up against one another. 4A team has a slight advantage in the numbers game, but 5A definitely can hold their own this afternoon as well. Just a great opportunity to relax after a very strenuous and long season. I mean, we have some great players representing great teams that have been playing deep into the postseason. Cheyenne Mountain, Air Academy, these teams have been battling tooth and nail all season long. Teams like Air Academy went down to the wire. They played the day before this game was held, so a nice opportunity to kind of unite with teams that you have been viewing as your bitter rival all season, and to just be able to flash a smile today and count those individuals as teammates. We'll see guys like Billy Shatraw and Brett Hilton team up from Air Academy and Cheyenne Mountain, two teams that have been going at it all season long. They'll actually be on the same page today, on the same team today. We'll give you a look at the entire roster, but as Team 5A gets ready to hit first, a quick rundown of those representing the 5A. Colton Hajek will lead off. He's a left fielder from Rampart. Chase Bertignoli is a third baseman from Liberty. Josh Frosto will be on the mound hitting third. Brent Williams catching out of Liberty. Spencer Bedwell, he's your shortstop from Pine Creek. Derek Stimpson, center fielder out of Doherty. Jay Galeska, he is from Discovery Canyon, while Brandon Chavez will hit eighth and play second. Nate Germano from St. Mary's in right field. Pitching today for the Team 5A in the bottom half of the inning will be Josh Frosto. But those 5A players, they'll get to size up Brett Helton. He's out of Cheyenne Mountain, future D1 athlete. He's on the bump first. Brett has Jerry Lacayo as his battery mate, the guy that was there for him all season long, the Cheyenne Mountain product, getting a chance to start with Brett, another Cheyenne Mountain guy behind home plate. First base for Team 4A is Jack Stimple, another Cheyenne Mountain guy. Cheyenne Mountain has the most representatives out of all teams that are participating in either the Junior All-Star Games, which preceded this game, and the All-Star Games. Second base is Cody Hamilton from Palmer Ridge. Shortstop is Josh Keaton at shortstop. Third base, patrolled by Kevin Giordano from Air Academy. Center field is Scott Bowen from Cheyenne Mountain. Left field, Logan Woish from Lewis Palmer. And in right field, it will be Matt Ninemeyer from Falcon. We'll lead things off with Colton Hajek stepping in and taking a quick inside cutting fastball for a strike. Helton picking up right where he left off all season long. Helton, an ERA right around 3 as he fires back with a fastball that's ripped into center field. Way to get things going. Colton, leadoff single for Hajek. We're underway in the 4A, 5A All-Star Game. Chase Bertignoli with a huge fan section behind home plate, getting a lot of love as he enters the box. He'll hit number 2. We have not seen small ball philosophy applied at the All-Star Game for the junior game, and at this level, both coaches saying, no, we're not going there. We're going to let guys rip it and allow them to display their athletic skill set. We're not going to micromanage and try to come up with sacrifice bunts. Chase will take a ball in the dirt away from the plate. Setting up outside is Brett Milton's catcher, Jerry LaCoya. He wanted something on the outer edge, and coming back across the plate to get a strike was Helton. 1-1 count with a runner aboard in the opening inning of the 4A and 5A All-Star Game. Helton, quick check at first base, gives Hajek a look, but Colton will get back in time. Cheyenne Mountain, you see the almost burgundy red uniform all throughout the field. These guys are well represented today. 1-1 pitch takes a little bit off by Helton, and that's all it took to get Bertignoli to swing late. He's tardy, 1-2. Helton stands in. And first time avoiding the stretch run. We'll get a line drive that's through the glove at third, rolls to short, across the field. The throw is made past the first baseman Stimple. Advancing to third is Hajek. Taking off for second is Bertignoli, and he's in. A hit followed by multiple errors as Brett Helton has quickly encountered an early jam, an infield single followed by an error. Tough start for Helton. Bertignoli laced one to third, but problems quickly arose for Kevin Giordano. Couldn't hold on to it, and his throw way up the line at first base. No shot to make the play by Jack Stemple. Stepping in with runners on third and second is Josh Frosto. We've seen these pitchers also display a quick bat in both the Junior All-Star and the 4 and 5A All-Star game. And here's Frosto taking 2 quick outside balls, also stepping in as the number 3 hitter. And Brett Helton's going to hit cleanup for the 4A All-Stars. 2-0 count, runners aboard, no outs. Helton comes back with an outside fastball, can't get the call. Oh, he does. It does just nick the outside corner, so a 2-1 opportunity for Helton to get back in the game a little bit. 5A poised to score as a 2-1 pitch blows by. Josh Frosto coming inside for another strike is Helton. 2-2 count for the future Utah Ute. Just committed. Literally 2 weeks ago. Officially made his commitment to the D1 institution in Salt Lake City, and he'll get a fly ball foul up the right field line. Helton revered for both his ability to come at you as a pitcher and to hit the ball as well. A definition of a multi-sport athlete and a multi-tooled athlete on the diamond. 2-2 pitch up high and lowering his head and cowering away is Frosto. He's got the count full with Brent Williams on deck. Wouldn't that be something? Our 2 feature players, our 2 D1 hitters. Could we have a bases loaded situation early in the game? We will. Ball 4, outside corner. Let's do this. Brent Williams, Brett Helton, Utah versus Oklahoma State. We were hoping for a showdown. We're going to get it in the first inning. Bases loaded, no outs, and here comes Brent. He's out of Liberty. He's a guy that committed to Oklahoma State last year. His grandfather went to Oklahoma State. Feels like his whole family went there. 12 home runs for Liberty this year, and he's late on the swing and miss. Helton came right after him. Hey, you're not going to be able to nitpick your way around a guy who hit .567 with 12 homers. Future Cowboy with the count at 0-1. Off-speed pitch, drilled to center field, chasing after it, and making the catch is Bowen. Run will score, and it's 1-0 on the sacrifice fly to center field by Brent Williams. So Brent does his job and was able to kind of show a little bit of that power. Didn't get the full swing and turn on the ball that he was looking for. But he didn't waste even a split second of those swings. Took 2 cuts against Brett Helton and swung and missed it. The first one came back and drove one into center field. 1 out as 5A has a 1-0 lead and runners on first and second. Spencer Bedwell, it's his turn to take a crack against Helton. He'll take a fastball in the corner, first strike. 0-1 count to the shortstop from Pine Creek. Helton's going to come back inside and get a foul ball up the line. 0-2. Helton trying to ease into the game after allowing back-to-back singles to Hodjack and Bertignoli. He has runners on first and second with 1 out, but an 0-2 count against the number 5 hitter for Team 5A. Helton trying to tally his first strikeout. Boy, this would be a pivotal opportunity to do just that. Already down 1, 0-2 count. Misses away, kicks off the glove of Lacayo, and everybody advances. Oh, it didn't clear the dirt behind home plate, but Lacayo froze for a split second, and off to the races were Hodjack and Bertignoli. They were gone. Tough break for Lacayo and his teammates. Helton, 1-2 count. Gets strike 3 on the corner, so Helton comes back and avenges the pass ball. Gets a quick K on the corner for out number 2. Derek Stimpson, center fielder from Doherty High School. Hit almost 400 on the season. Needs a hit here to make it 3-0. 2 outs, runners on third and second, and a 1-0 count as Helton misses low and away. Lacayo actually takes a couple steps outside of the box and lowers the ball, tells his former teammate from Cheyenne Mountain to settle down. 1-0 pitch is hammered foul up the right field line towards the Picnic Terrace concourse. Counts at 1-1. Jay Kaluska's on deck from Discovery Canyon if Stimson can reach. 1-1 pitch. Helton's breaking ball takes off on him and almost knocks Stimson upside the head. Derek ducked as it cleared his helmet and landed safely in the mitt of Lacayo. 2-1 pitch. 5A's up 1-0. They have runners on third and second, and now the count at 2-2 after the fastball was fouled back into the netting. 2-2 count. Helton was able to get the righty Spencer Bedwell to freeze on a cutting fastball. What's he going to try and swoop in with on a 2-2 count with 2 away? Lacayo's going to set up outside. Breaking ball. Check foul. Very fortunate was Derek Stimson. Didn't know if he wanted to try to take a full cut or freeze up. Bat kind of hung in no man's land, and the ball just found it. Count remains at 2-2 in what has become an agonizing inning for Helton. Lacayo again on the outer edge, and another foul ball off the breaking pitch. We'll stay at 2-2. Great crowd for the 4A and 5A game. Everybody relaxing in the lower bowl and the lower concourse. Now watch as Derek Stimson has runners on third and second, and a 2-2 pitch that he can't catch up to. Another fastball that broke late. Dipped away from the plate, and after allowing multiple runners to get on base to start the inning, credit Brett Helton for bouncing back. 1 run scores, but it could have been a lot worse. It's 1-0 after the opening half inning of play. 5A All-Stars are on the board. We'll meet Josh Frosto, the pitcher for 5A All-Stars, when we return to Security Service Field.
Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts that thumping, and you, a brown-eyed girl, and you, and whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow, gone down the old man with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, a brown-eyed girl. We used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, just like that.
It's the bottom of the first in the 5A and 4A All-Star game from Security Service Field in Colorado Springs. Jerry Lacayo, Cody Hamilton, and Josh Keaton scheduled to hit for 4A against Josh Frosto. Josh is going to keep you on your toes. You got to love a pitcher like this in an All-Star game. Righty, ready for his first pitch against Lacayo. It's a fastball that misses low and away. Already a error in the exchange between Brent Williams and Josh Frosto, one that doesn't count. The throw skipped into center field on a harmless toss back to the mound. 1-0 pitch is outside again, 2-0, and wildly erratic to start the game is Frosto, but don't look into it. This is how he rolls. Equal number of walks and strikeouts on the year. 2-0 pitch, pop. And short center field. Looks like it'll actually hang out on the fringe of the infield where it is nestled into the glove of Spencer Bedwell for out number 1. 2-0. Lacayo tries to jump on a fastball and pops it up. I mean, this is why Frosto is going to be an entertaining pitcher to watch today. 43 walks on the year, 43 strikeouts. Kept his ERA under 4. Definitely knows how to battle back, as evidenced by the opening batter of the game as Lacayo got ahead 2-0 and just popped one up. Cody Hamilton takes one low and away, 1-0 to the second baseman from Palmer Ridge. 5A jumped on the board quickly as Colton Hodgek and Chase Bertignoli got aboard with singles. Counts 1-1 after Hamilton slices one foul up the left field line. But boy, did Brett Helton dig in. Back-to-back strikeouts after 2 hits and an error. Really looked like 2-3 runs were going to come across the plate in the opening inning. 1-1 pitch low and inside from Frosto. 2-1. Lefty from Palmer, ready for the 2-1 offering. He'll take it outside to make it 3-1. We already received a huge treat in the opening inning. Bases loaded, no outs. A Utah Ute against an Oklahoma State Cowboy. What a matchup that was, as 4A gets their first base runner of the day on a 5-pitch at bat from Cody Hamilton. Fastball away, puts Cody aboard, and Josh Keaton has something to work with in the opening inning for 4A. Brent Williams, catcher out of Liberty, he came up bases loaded, no outs against Brett Helton. Jumped on the second pitch offered and smashed it into center field. Again, missing low and away is Frosto. He quickly licks his index finger on his right hand to try to get a little better grip. Hit by Williams was caught in center field. The first run came across the inning, but that was it. 1-0 pitch, again in the dirt. Snagged nicely by Williams. You got to be a 5-tool talent if you're going to hit cleanup, steal the amount of bases he did at Liberty, and also hit .567 on the year. And just a real quick reaction to pick up the ball in the dirt. 2-0 pitch from Frosto, going away again, and it's jumped foul down the first base line. 2-1 count in the bottom of the first inning. We'll get a chance to check out Brett Helton. He's on deck. Barring a double play, we'll get to see what he can do in his first trip to the plate. 2-1 count from Frosto. Oh, nice quick turn to first. Back in time is Hamilton. He broke towards second. His body did at least, and he had to dive quickly. That was a nice move by Frosto. Cody now kind of leaning back towards first with the count at 2-1. Frosto's going to bring in a fastball and just hits the corner perfectly. Beautiful pitch, 2-2. Boy, what a dangerous pitcher he is. We haven't even seen him for a whole inning, but he's all over the place. Frosto, quick look back to first base. 2-2 pitch. Here it is, breaking ball. It just misses up high. You know it's close when the batter, in this case Josh Keaton, turns back and stares down the umpire just to make sure you don't have to head back to the dugout. Full count, 3-2 pitch, now he does. No choice, swing and a miss, up and in, right by Josh Keaton. Out number 2, picked up. Hamilton will remain on first, but now 4A has 2 outs as Brett Helton steps to the plate. Helton takes a breaking ball that hits the inside corner. Sweet pitch by Frosto, 0-1. Hamilton on really May 16th made it official that he was going to head to Utah. 0-1 pitch. Again, gets the corner on a breaking ball, 0-2. It's the first time we've seen Frosto share his penchant for back-to-back breaking balls today, and it looks good. 0-2 pitch. Hamilton hit .480 on the year, and he'll foul this one back. Cheyenne Mountain, boy, they were close to repeating as 4A state champs. Had a great start to the state tournament, won the district title by beating Valor Christian and Fort Lumpton. Helton a big reason why. 1-0. 5A All-Stars are up. 4A has a runner on and an 0-2 count to Helton. Retire him. 4 pitches, all for strikes. The last one gets Helton on strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Josh Frosto, and the opening inning concludes with 5A on top, 1-0. This is the 4A and 5A All-Star Game from Security Service Field.
Last night a little dancer came dancing to my door. Last night a little angel came pumping on my floor. She said, come baby, you got a license for love, and if it expires, pray help from above, because in the midnight hour
Jake Huskla will lead off as we welcome you back to the 4A and 5A All-Star Game. Jake, another product of Discovery Canyon. He'll take a quick strike from Helton on the outside corner. Jake's endured a little turmoil. I mean, the situation in Discovery Canyon 2 years ago was viewed in almost a haunting similarity to Palmer Ridge. Jake's going to take a couple quick strikes, a breaking ball on the outside corner. Jake was a part of a team that only had 3 seniors back at DCC his junior year, and really didn't look like they were going to accomplish a lot. But Huskla, he was their best player on the pitching mound his sophomore year. Jake will send a slow 2-hopper to third, picked up in time, throw across the diamond, gets Huskla by a step and a half. Nice job by Giordano and Stimple to retire Huskla, but Jake and Discovery Canyon, boy, they have really made some nice progress. And we saw it in the Junior All-Star Game when manager Mike Barreto was in charge of a group of guys. And here he is watching the 4A and 5A game as Jake grounds out to lead things off. Brandon Chavez, it's his turn to meet and greet Brett Helton for the first time today. He'll take a strike on the outside corner, now a ball away. Counts 1-1. 2 righties meeting in the second inning. Low splitter breaks late, 2-1. Chavez and the 5A All-Stars already on top 1-0. 2-1 pitch. Doesn't hit the corner, and Lacayo wants to go and chat with his pitcher. Really holding it was Jerry Lacayo, but after hearing the ball call, he immediately took off to the mound. And what a built-in advantage for these two. It's just hard to duplicate the experience and rapport that you can have after spending a whole year working with your pitcher and vice versa with your catcher. Won't pay off on the 3-1 pitch. Helton again leaves it high and away. And Helton will put Chavez on first. Now this is the big difference between Helton and Frosto in the first inning plus. You know, Frosto is supposed to be wild, but after falling behind 2-0 or 2-1, he's been able to get some outs. Helton has now walked 2 guys already. He'll fall behind again as Geronimo takes a ball outside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch, misses late, trying to steal a Chavez. Throw to second's late and in for the first stolen base of the day as Brandon Chavez. Didn't have a great jump, but the throw from Lacayo was back behind the bag. Cody Hamilton at second base tried to snag it to make the tag. Didn't have time. Geronimo now has a 2-0 count with 1 out and a runner on second. And a chance to bring home the second run of the game. 2-0 pitch by Helton is flung foul up the first base line. And finally, Helton has a strike on Nate Geronimo. Nate hit over 500 on the season at St. Mary's Catholic. St. Mary's Catholic has 3 guys that are taking part in both the junior and 4 and 5A All-Star games. 2-1 pitch right on the back of Geronimo. Just got rocked. He tried to duck out of the way, but it hit him in the shoulder blade. The upper right portion of his back, just below his right shoulder. He's sitting at first base doing some calisthenics. Stretch it out. Geronimo didn't know what to do. If you duck, you might get hit in the head. You're not going to be able to spin out of it. I mean, that's just taking your medicine. Obviously not intentional. But Geronimo had no choice but to just stand in there. Runners on first and second is a breaking ball. Cuts late. It's ball 1 to Colton Hodgek. And again, Lacayo and Brett Helton are having their second conversation of the half inning. They'll meet just outside of the pitching mound and have a quick chat about how to straighten out these pitches. Runners on first and second. 1 out. 5A is on top 1-0 in the top of the second inning, but they are really starting to make things tough for Brett Helton as he tries to get out of this jam. Helton's going to get a foul ball that's just knocked to the right of home plate, 1-1. Came back with a fastball after trying to toy with the idea of getting some outs with his breaking ball. Didn't work. Hodgek singled to left to lead off the game. Took just 2 pitches to hit one into center field. We'll get a quick delay and pause as Helton stares down Brandon Chavez at second base and forces him to call time. 1-1 pitch from Helton inside, but up and in on the hands, 2-1. Colton was ready to get after this game early, fouled off the first pitch and sent the second one into center field, but now he's patient in the second inning. 2-1 pitch to the 5A leadoff hitter, again up and in on the hands, and not even flinching is Hodgek. He knows where the strike zone is and doesn't risk swinging early. 3-1 count. Bertignoli's on deck. He already has a single today. 3-1 from Helton. Grounded to third. It'll stay fair. They'll touch the bag across the diamond. Oh, but the throw is late. Another error is recorded. Safe at first is Hodgek. Nice play at third to get the out by Kevin Giordano, but the throw to Stemple was up the line at first, and there was no chance to get the tag. The inning continues, and now Chase Bertignoli will look to bring in the second run of the game. Runners on first and second as Germano moves up to second. Pitch is clubbed foul up the left field line. 0-1, and this is a sigh of relief for Helton to be ahead of a batter. It's not something we have seen with great frequency to start this game. 5A's on top, 1-0. 2 outs. They have runners on first and second. An off-speed pitch that doesn't break makes the count 1-1. Gotta love the pace of these high school games, especially at the all-star level. Nobody is really wasting time tinkering. Get the ball, let's go. 1-1 pitch. Low and inside, 2-1. Lacayo set up outside. The pitch came in, and now it's 2-1. Finally, Helton got ahead of a hitter, but he's missed on his last 2 pitches. 2-1 count with 2 away in the second. Fastball low and way outside the strike zone. Counts now back in the favor of Bertignoli at 3-1. Chase also a big-time hockey player. Denver Post did a feature on him this winter. Big-time goal scorer. 3-1 pitch, fouled up the first base line into the stands and out of play completely. So we'll get to see a little movement on the base paths with the count at 3-2. Geronimo, Hodgek, let's see what you can do. 2 outs, full count. 5A is on top, 1-0. They want more. Bertignoli's got to deliver. They almost get a pickoff as Helton noticed a lingering Colton Hodgek, and swooping in from behind is a guy who's seen the pickoff move of Helton more than anyone else. It's Cheyenne Mountain's first baseman, Jack Stemple. They almost got the pickoff. Full count pitch, fastball, got him for strike 3. A late turn of events has kept the game in reach for the 4A All-Stars. It looked like we were going to see another big inning from the 5A team, but battling back and getting a big strikeout on Chase Bertignoli is Brett Helton. Back-to-back innings, we've seen 5A players in scoring position, but only 1 run has crossed the plate. It's 1-0 5A All-Stars, but it could be a lot worse for Brett Helton and the 4A team. This is the 4 and 5A All-Star game from Security Service Field. Back at Security Service Field for the bottom of the second. 4A trying to get on the board, and they'll turn to Jack Stemple to lead things off. Without a doubt, Jack is the most polarizing athlete here today, and I mean that in the most complimentary way. This is how talent can tear at you if you have multiple interests. The lefty waits for the first pitch from Frostone. It hits the corner for a strike. This kid from Cheyenne Mountain is a world-class golfer. Just an incredible athlete on the diamond and on the links. He'll take a ball away He was supposed to step away from baseball and just focus entirely on golf. 1-1 pitch, comes inside and gets the corner, 1-2. He has D1 scholarships to Division I institutions to play golf and vice versa to play baseball as well. He'll get the count even as Frosto misses 2-2. But last winter there was an article done on him that said he had decided to completely drop baseball and focus on golf. 2-2 pitch. Got him! Strike 3. Stimple takes it and is retired. But Jack decided to stick around, play some more baseball, and boy, Cheyenne Mountain, they were so close to get another state championship under his watch. Even though he strikes out to lead things off in the second. It's great to see him play both sports. While wasting no time, getting aboard is Matt Ninemeyer. First hit of the day for the 4A All-Stars. Comes on a blooper to center. He's aboard as Spencer Bedwell laid it out. It's shortstop to try to knock the ball down. He couldn't get to it. And Ninemeyer is aboard with a single. That ends the run of 3 straight strikeouts by Josh Frosto. Ninemeyer is on for Scott Bowen, another righty, outfielder from Cheyenne Mountain, of course. Hard hop to short, 2-hopper, underhand flip to second, back to first in time. Classic 6-4-3. Spencer Bedwell, Brandon Chavez, and completing the play at first. Jake Luska as the inning ends in a hurry. Quick double play retires any hope the 4A All-Stars have of creating a little ruckus in the second. Through 2 full innings of play, it's still 1-0 5A All-Stars. Back for more from Security Service Field after this.
I give my all, my everything, anything you want to strive to be, I try. God knows I try. Or am I stuck somewhere between who I am and who I hope to be? Am I fighting the good fight? Keep pressing on. You know is wrong. I've come so far to fall too fast. As forward I can't look back. Why try? God knows I try. I shift my eyes to the sky in the distance, see the horizon line. She waits for me, fighting the good fight. Keep pressing on, fight the good fight, fight what you know is wrong. Keep pressing on, fight the good fight, fight. I give my all, my everything, anything you want, I strive to be. Am I stuck somewhere between who I am and who I hope to be? Fighting, I'm fighting, fighting the good fight. Am I stuck somewhere in between who I am and who I
5A All-Stars remain in control. They're up 1-0. We're back at Security Service Field for the top of the third, and our first adjustment to the roster for this All-Star game. We'll see plenty of them, so it's the first of many. Brett Helton's going to slide over to short while Josh Keaton will replace him on the mound. Keaton out of Sand Creek gets ready for his first offering to Josh Frosto, and it's a fastball that Frosto does not time like he would have liked to. Right by him, 0-1. Frosto hit over 400 on the season with Fountain Fort Carson. Tough year for Fountain Fort Carson, 6-13 on the season, but Josh had a splendid season. He'll take a ball outside, 1-1. Frosto walked in the opening inning. 1-1 pitch. Again, dips late and misses. 2-1. With the 5A All-Stars on top 1-0. Keaton drops in a breaking ball that quickly catches the corner. 2-2. We saw a lot of late power in the Junior All-Star game. Things were rather mundane until the 5th inning, and then things just took off. 2-2 pitch. Smoked foul up the first base concourse. Bunch of kids with their back turned towards the ball, and that is always a recipe for disaster. Count stays at 2-2. Keaton with the first batter he's facing has a chance for a strikeout. Can he get it? Not yet. Fastball misses up and away. 3-2. We saw a total of 5 unanswered runs in the Junior All-Star game, and then 11 unanswered runs by the Team Rockies. Team Colorado lost 11-5. And Keaton will put Frosto aboard as he misses badly. Just spikes the ball into the pavement, basically, on the 3-2 pitch. Looked like it might have landed in the grass before it hit the dirt. It was already behind Jerry Lacayo behind home plate, but Lacayo recovered in time to get to the backstop and prevent any type of ambitious rounding of first to second by Frosto. Frosto holds up with his second walk of the day. Brent Williams, let's see what he can do with a runner aboard. Pitch to Williams, misses out and away, 1-0. Williams is responsible for the only RBI in this game. It's fitting. Of course he is. 1-0 count to Brent. Grew up hoping that a scholarship opportunity would be presented to him while he exploded in a summer tournament in Utah last year. 1-0 pitch is up high, taking off, and just stealing second with relative ease is Josh Frosto. I want it, I'm going to take it. You can't do anything about it. He didn't even have to slide. Frosto just devouring the base paths. He's in scoring position as 5A has a 1-0 lead with no outs. A 2-0 count to the best hitter in the ballpark and a runner on second. Frosto was hoping his family connection to Oklahoma State might get him a little attention, but he didn't need to. 2-0 pitch, outside for a ball, 3-0. Williams had a chance to check out Stillwater, and if you haven't been to the campus at Stillwater since T. Boone Pickens really resurrected the athletic community, it's just its own little Olympic village. I mean, the place is just incredible, and it's hard to say no. They went to a football game and tailgated with the baseball team, and that's all it took for Williams to sign on. We'll see Brent show off his skill set from home plate to first as he walks over, 4-pitch walk. Josh Keaton threw 3 of those pitches about a foot off the plate. He didn't want to have anything to do with Brent Williams. Frosto and Williams starting to create some problems for the 4A team. There's 3 walks and an RBI via sacrifice in there between Frosto and Williams. They're on first and second with no outs, and Spencer Bedwell stepping to the plate. Fastball misses low and away, 1-0. It's always hard if you're a reliever coming in early in the game and you've been playing in the field, and you have to deal with a talented set of players like these all-star teams have. Bedwell, 1-0 pitch, taking off to third is Frosto. They'll throw to second. It's into center field. Run's going to score. Williams will take off to third. 2-0. 5A All-Stars are on top. They'll have Brent Williams on third as Frosto comes in and receives a ton of love from all of his teammates. Frosto timed the steal to third perfectly. Lacayo realized, I'm not going to be able to get him. Maybe I can route the run at second. But the reaction was not what Lacayo was looking for. Brett Helton, his teammate at Cheyenne, didn't cover second. And now we'll get a grounder up the mound, knocked down nicely, and thrown back to first. Great play by Josh Keaton to get the out and strand the run at third. Throw from Lacayo. Didn't have a home. It went all the way to center. Frosto came around and scored. So it's 2-0, but a nice job limiting any additional damage just yet by 4A All-Star pitcher Josh Keaton. 2-0. In the top of the third as Derek Stimpson comes in. Stimson will take a pitch for strike one. Comes in right around the knees on the inside part of the plate as Derek tries to avenge an early strikeout. Infield's in on the right side, even with the bag at third. Normal depth, that's short. 0-1 breaking ball off the glove of Lacayo, coming in to score as Williams, not even challenged. 5A on top, 3-0. Brent Williams, Josh Frosto making things happen. Stimson now looks around and wonders where everybody just went. He was pretty convinced when runners were on first and second he would step into a nice RBI situation, but the damage has been done by the 4A defense. Hard grounder back up the mound again. Another nice play by Josh Keaton. He brought his glove and has it in fine use today. One hopper back to the mound. Heaton turns and fires to first for the second out. Both outs this inning have been picked up by Josh Heaton on hard hit ground balls up the mound. 3-0, 5A leads it with 2 outs in the top of the third, and Jake Haluska stepping to the dish. He grounded out the third, his first plate appearance. Breaking ball, again, gets the corner, 0-1. Heaton has done a nice job settling down as Keaton had some issues to start the inning. He'll get a grounder in front of home plate. Lacayo gets to it, hard throw to first, just in time. Lacayo makes the third out, the most exciting one of the inning. All 3 outs were within 45 feet of home plate or the pitching mound. Unfortunately, it was the other outs that proved impossible to register. 2 runs come across the plate. Not one hit in the inning for the 5A All-Stars. Back-to-back walks by Frosto and Williams. And then they just decided to run free all over the field. 2 runs from Frosto and Williams make it 3-0 for 2.5 innings of play. The 4A and 5A All-Star game at Security Service Field.
Just the other day, and it was so hot outside. You could Friday, gone. Remember you were talking, and I watched as sweat ran down your face. Reached up and I caught it at your chin, licked my fingertips. We were just wasting time. Let the hours roll by doing nothing.
3-0. 5A All-Stars are on top as we're back at Security Service Field for the bottom of the third inning. We'll see our first slight adjustment momentarily for the group of 4A players as they have to get that very large bench in order early in this game, and with the amount of available resources at their dispense, I'm sure we'll see plenty of changes in the coming innings. Logan Weiss is leading off for 4A. He's quickly taken 2 balls and has a quick advantage against Josh Frosto, who is out there for the third. Frosto's going to miss up high. Counts at 3-0. 5A doesn't have the luxury to use their bullpen as much. They have a much more slim and slender team. 3-0 pitch, catches the corner, 3-1. Well, that's what will make things interesting from a managerial aspect over the next 6+ innings. 3-1 pitch to Weiss. This one misses low and away on a split. Weiss is aboard as 4A tries to rattle the hinge of Josh Frosto just a little bit. Work him up. Kevin Giordano will be the last member of the 4A team to hit in the first trip through the order. We're about to see Colton Hodjack hit for the 3rd time in the 3rd inning when 5A comes to bat. First pitch swinging and coming up with the type of hit that 4A has been lacking all day is Kevin Giordano. A hard hit single into center field that'll put runners on first and second with no outs. Giordano not tardy to that party. Immediately seized an opportunity to get aboard. He singles to center, and suddenly Team 4A has come alive. Jerry Lacayo, he flew to short left field his first at bat. Now trying to make up for some defensive mishaps in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and second, no outs. Lacayo's going to fling this one foul at the first base line. Lacayo had a busy second inning. He was trying to calm down the pitching of Josh Keaton and really keep him under control. And then Lacayo, as he takes a ball inside to make it 1-1, tried to get the trail out when Brent Williams was stealing second after Josh Frosto took off for third, but nobody was covering the bag. It went into center field. Frosto scored. Williams moved up to third. 1-1 count with runners on first and second. Swinging and missing on a sweet and nasty breaking ball is Lacayo trying to take off to third, and advancing to put runners on third and second is Logan Woish. Giordano gets all the way up to second. Woish had no business trying to take third. The ball bounced in front of home plate. Brent Williams couldn't believe it. I'm a future BCS catcher. You're going to try to take third on me? But the throw was a little late, and in there in time was Woish. Runners on third and second. Count 1-2 to Lacayo. And almost strike three on the corner. Frosto thought he had just rung up another 4A All-Star. Instead, the count's 2-2. 5A has built a nice 3-0 advantage. 4A ready to change that. 2-2 count, no outs. Runners on third and second. Lacayo can't turn around on the pitch, and he is retired. 3-2 pitch will not be necessary as the 2-2 catches Lacayo inside. Jerry's late. And there's the first out of the inning. Well, Frosto racks up another strikeout. We should just get accustomed to watching him blaze these pitches by the 4A All-Stars. That's 4 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings, and now Cody Hamilton has a very challenging situation in front of him. Has to get at least one of these runs in. Frosto is dealing. Hamilton's All-Stars are down by 3. First pitch to the lefty in the dirt, 1-0. Hamilton had a really nice at-bat that appeared to be a tone setter in the opening inning. Worked a walk, got on board, but then Josh Keaton and Brett Helton both struck out as he was left languishing on first base. He's got the count at 1-0 again. He'll take a pitch on the outside corner that misses, 2-0. Well, Hamilton has a perfect understanding of the strike zone today. Close pitch, takes it. Infield almost even with the bag. 2-0 pitch to Cody. This time he'll take another ball up high. This is right around the upper edge of the strike zone, but Cody isn't flinching, and it is benefiting the 4A All-Stars. 3-0 count. Be surprised if Hamilton looks to hit now. He'll bring the bat around to show bump, but had no interest in it. Knew the ball was going to miss outside. It does. 4-pitch walk. Hamilton has walked in both trips to the plate. And the 4A All-Stars can now get Josh Keaton up to bat. Keaton just allowed 2 runs in the inning pitching. His team's down 3-0, and he's got Brett Helton on deck. Base is juiced. 1 out. Keaton trying to deliver after striking out in the first. Frosto brings a nice little curveball inside, but misses. Keaton just jumped out of the way. He didn't want to take part in that pitch at all. 1-0 pitch to the righty. Williams setting up outside. High heat. Bye-bye. Nice job by Frosto, just coming right after Josh Keaton. He was late. Counts at 1-1. Light wind still blowing out towards left field, but 4A has not been able to get any carry into these hits. They've all been in the infield. 1-1 pitch. Backs Keaton off the plate. 2-1 on an inside fastball. Not where Frosto wanted to send it. A huge opportunity for the 4A All-Stars to get right back in this game and maybe even take the lead in the third. 2-1 pitch from Frosto. Fastball, hammer up the middle. Grabbed at second, turned to short. Throw back to first is in time. Another 4-6-3 double play to retire the 4A All-Stars. Defense stepping up when it matters the most. Chavez, Bedwell, and Haluska tidy up the 4A All-Stars. The second big double play of the day for Frosto might end his afternoon. 3 scoreless for Josh. 5A is on top 3-0 as we'll return to Security Service Field for the top of the 4th.
I practiced this for hours, gone round and round, and now I think that I've got it all down. And as I say it louder, love how it sounds, 'cause I'm not taking the easy way out. Not wrapping this in ribbons, shouldn't have to give a reason why. It's no surprise I won't be here tomorrow. I can't believe that I stayed till today. Yeah, you and I will be a tough act to follow, but I know in time we'll find this was no surprise. It came out like a river once I let it out, when I thought that I wouldn't know how. Held on to it forever, just pushing it down. Felt so good to let go of it now. Not wrapping this in ribbons, shouldn't have to give a reason why. It's no surprise I won't be here tomorrow. I can't believe that I stayed till today. And there's nothing here in this heart left to borrow. There's nothing here in this soul left to say.
We're back in Colorado Springs for the 4A and 5A All-Star High School baseball game. Bryant Johnson with you as the 5A All-Stars are on top 3-0. It all started with Brandon Chavez back in the second, and we'll get to see Brandon against Sand Creek pitcher Josh Keaton entering his second inning of work. Chavez will duck and get out of the way. Ball is all the way to the backstop. Ball one. It's all it will be registered as on the scoreboard and box score, but it could have been a whole lot worse. That's stationary limbo action. No time to flinch or move. Just hit the deck. 1-0 pitch. Catches a corner 1-1. You have to hate that as a hitter. Just go into your foxhole on the first pitch, get out of the way of the grenade, and now you just watch a pitch paint the corner. 1-1 pitch, and now Chavez has to kind of twerk back a little bit on a fastball that catches him off guard for strike two. This is turning out to be an interesting bat between Keaton and Chavez. 1-2 is the count. Chavez watches a high-rising fastball miss up top. 2-2. Chavez drew a walk in the second, stole second, and came around and scored. Will he do it again? 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it again is up top in the penthouse, 3-2. 5A on top 3-0 in the top of the fourth. They've received just excellent marksmanship from Josh Frosto on the mound today. And the bats, well, they haven't come alive. They've been great on the base paths. 3-2 pitch to Chavez, and this time he can't catch up to Keaton's heat. Strike three. Chavez heads back to the dugout as Keaton comes up with his first strikeout of the day. Nate Germano was hit in his first at bat of the day. Wonder how that welt is shaping up. That was a pure fastball that got him good on the upper right-hand portion of his back, right around the shoulder blade. Off-speed pitch, nails the corner. And this at bat 0-1. The righty with a firm stance, swings and hits one hard into the dirt. It's going to land in the hand of Keaton. And they'll have plenty of time to fire one to first to get the second out of the inning. Boy, Keaton has been busy. That is his third putout in the last 5 outs. 3 ground balls back to the mound against Josh Keaton. You know you're doing something right if every hit comes right back to you. Keep you on your toes, but he's made all 3 plays. Colton Hodgek for the third time today. He'll step into the plate. Colton takes a ball low and outside, 1-0. Colton has reached twice on a single and fielder's choice. 5A's on top 3-0, and the leadoff hitter enjoying the comforts of an advantage. 1-0. Hodgek stands in and takes a quick strike inside. 1-1. Keaton's ready to go on the 1-1 pitch. Leaves it up above the belt and won't get the strike. 2-1. This is the first time we have not seen a 5A player reach before 2 outs. Would be the first 1-2-3 inning of the day if Keaton come up with it, but he's going to have to dig in deep. He misses low and in the dirt to make it 3-1. Lacayo has been so active behind home plate, trying to keep runners at bay and to field a misfit of balls in the dirt. He is earning his all-star stripes. 3-1 count to Colton Hodgek. Trying to reach for the third time today. And he will. Ball 4, low and away. 4A All-Stars. We're hoping to have a clean and quick inning, a 1-2-3 encounter with the 5A All-Stars, but Colton Hodgek said not so fast. Chase Bertignoli will step in for the third time. He has a single and a strikeout today. With a last name like Bertignoli, if you are asked what country you would like to visit, there's only one you can answer with. First pitch is high and away, 1-0, and Bertignoli answered correctly. You know, they put out these questionnaires, and always fun to see how kids answer, but Chase said, yeah, if one country I'm going to go to, it's going to be Italy. 1-0 pitch. Hodgek stays at first, and another pitch up high, 2-0. And these are both above the shoulders of Bertignoli. Keaton was doing a real good job keeping things low and in on the hands and away by the knees, but these last two have taken off on him. And the third pitch also misses wildly, low and away, 3-0. Frosto's on deck. He's reached with walks, and then you have Brent Williams. No doubt about it, Bertignoli is going to be cautious with the next pitch. His team's already up 3-0. He's got a runner on first and 2 outs, and now a 3-0 count. Pitch, way outside, 4-0. Not close. Was Keaton on any of these pitches? Well, we now have 6 walks and 1 hit batsman from the 5A All-Stars today. I mean, it's crazy. This is the second game. We've looked at the scoreboard, seen runs cross at a pretty prodigious rate, but hits they have not followed. Team Rockies in the Junior All-Star game, they had 11 runs on 6 hits. It doesn't matter what level you're playing at. You just don't see that every day, especially in just perfect conditions. Here's Frosto. He's walked both times. You know, he'd like to let one loose. Pitch from Keaton. Up high, 1-0. Frosto enjoying the fruits of his labor. He has shut out the 4A All-Stars through 3 innings. Now he has a chance to add some more runs to his total. Not ready to swing just yet, and why would you? And all these pitches are out of the zone. 2-0. That is 9 straight balls we have seen from Keaton. 2-0 pitch. Up high again. Make it 10 in a row. 3-0. It started on a 1-1 count when Hodgek was at the plate. It followed in a 4-pitch walk to Bertignoli, and now it's 3-0 with the best hitter in the ballpark on deck. 3-0 pitch. Misses up high. Bases are loaded. Here we go again. This is how all-star games should work. If you're heading to Oklahoma State, if you hit 567 on the year, if you've done everything that Brent Williams has done, you deserve 2 opportunities to hit with the bases loaded. Well, Brent's going to get that opportunity. He came up with a sacrifice fly for the first RBI of the game back in the first inning, and here he is again. He committed to Oklahoma State back in October. It was a great opportunity for OSU to get a catcher in their 2012 class. They didn't have one. And what an opportunity for a kid who was talking to Northern Colorado and Colorado Mesa, but for Oklahoma State to come in, it definitely caught him off guard. OSU happy to see one of their prized products playing at a very high level. After hitting .533 with 8 homers and 33 RBIs 2 years ago, hit .567 with 12 home runs last year. Here he is, bases loaded for the second time. 5A All-Stars on top, 3-0. Brent Williams, let's see what you can do. Keaton, very aware of the talent that he is dealing with. Ball 1 in the dirt. And the total of balls just continues to soar. That's 12 straight balls from Josh Keaton. Doesn't want to miss with Williams at the plate. 1-0 pitch, grounded hard to third. Nice play on the bag and tagging the runner out after touching third base to end the inning is 4A third baseman Kevin Giordano. A rather harmless inning, wouldn't you say? A lot of drama in between at bats, and of course, with the amount of walks that we just witnessed, it looked like it was shaping up to be a brutal encounter for Keaton. Bases were loaded against the best hitter in the park, but Williams cannot come up with a hit he needed after 3 straight walks to Hajek, Bertignoli, and Frosto. Josh Keaton gets Brent Williams to ground out the third. After 3.5 innings of play, the 5A All-Stars are on top 3-0. This is the Southern Colorado All-Star Game from Security Service Field. Bottom of the 4th inning in the 4 and 5A All-Star Game from Security Service Field. Brett Helton will lead off in the 4th inning of play. Helton still trying to get his team back in it. He'll take a couple quick balls from Frosto, who is back out for the 4th inning. I gotta love to see him try to get one more inning, and Helton happy to see him too. A line drive into left field for a leadoff single. Helton is aboard. Brett, another one of those D1 kids, also heading to a BCS school. Utah, of course, in the Pac-12 now, and he'll reach as Jack Stemple now steps up to try to make up for the strikeout in his first trip to the plate. Stemple has, as we mentioned, just an all-around stud on the links and on the diamond. He'll foul one up the third base line. You know, and we're indecisive as nature and any walk of form of life, but when you're a high school kid, I mean, it's tough to really say, okay, I'm going to do this and stick to it, and that's how I'm going to roll for the rest of life. Quick turn to first by Frosto, but Helton is back in time as Jack Stemple and his team trailed 3-0 in the top of the 4th. Stemple said he was going to quit baseball and focus just on golf, but leather, the sunflower seeds, that hot spring sun in Colorado, that's too tempting. You can't pass up on all of those opportunities to go play an individual sport. So Stemple just did them both and dominated at both. 1-1 count to the lefty. He'll foul off an inside fastball and quickly fall behind 1-2. He hit .479 this year. His junior year, he threw 5 shutout innings in the semifinal game against Wheat Ridge, hit over .400 during the Indian state title run. But he finished 4th in the state tournament in golf, and boy, you suddenly get a lot of attention when you do that. 1-2 pitch, grounded up the first base line, picked up and touching the bag is Haluska for out number 1. Helton will advance to second, so at the very least, Stemple will get his teammate on both the All-Star Game and at Cheyenne Mountain over to second. Matt Ninemeyer recorded the first hit of the day for the 4A All-Stars back in inning number 2. Hit here might put them on the board. Ninemeyer is going to drop this one foul at the first base line, 0-1. For the first time today, we have a little cloud cover over the sun along the right field line, eliminating any shadows that did exist. Frosto looks back at Helton at second. Now comes in with a breaking ball that misses inside as Ninemeyer leans back and tries to barricade himself away from the ball. 1-1 count. Falcon High School with their representative today. Ninemeyer not delivering just yet. Pop up towards the first base dugout. Will it get out of play? It will. And it is caught by a fan in their hat. I didn't even know that was possible. I mean, that's the play of the day. And they don't even get to keep the ball. You catch a ball in your hat. It's a fitted hat, so obviously a built-in advantage, but still. Catch a ball in the hat, you deserve to keep that puppy. 1-2 count to Ninemeyer. Even in this spacious infield, the ball carried away. Helton's on second. He would represent the first run of the day for the 4A All-Stars. They trail 3-0. Also gets a ground ball back to the mound. Oh, Helton's in trouble. Frosto's going to get him in a pickle. Breaking towards third is Helton. Back to the bag. Now to short where the tag is made in time for out number 2. Great craftsmanship and teamwork between both Chase Bertignoli along with Spencer Bedwell. 2 outs after a grounder back to the mound. Caught Helton in a big-time jam. Just when it looks like we're going to see something in the works for this 4A All-Star team, they kind of break their own will. Ball up and in as Scott Bowen takes one away. Ninemeyer's on first with 2 outs, and Frosto just owning this 4A All-Star team. Finally, he was able to showcase his fastball, but he leaves it low and inside, 2-0. It's hard to really get a gauge on a guy by just reading their scouting report, but you would think Frosto would be a lot more erratic when you see 43 walks and 43 strikeouts in 39 innings, but he hasn't been. He'll get a 3-hopper through the hole into left field. Reaching is Bowen. Tying run will come to the plate, and with 2 outs, all of a sudden, the 4A All-Stars might have something cooking. Not a lot of room for error on that hit. Bertignoli was cutting hard up the shortstop line, and Bedwell dived over after that short, but neither could get a glove on it. It rolls into left field. And with an opportunity brewing, we'll see our first pinch hitter today. It's Riley Billings from Woodland Park. Riley will take a pitch low and in for ball 1. Woodland Park ran into a hot wide field team at the end of the regular season and dropped one before crossovers arrived. Riley hoping to make his mark in this All-Star game, and he's quickly taken 2 balls, both inside. Tying run is at the plate. Bottom 4, 3-0 is our score. 5A All-Stars lead it. 4A has something going. 2-0 pitch from Frosto, catches the inside corner, 2-1. You wonder if this will be it for Frosto or if he'll get a chance to come up for the 5th inning. A lot of it probably depends on what happens between Frosto and Riley Billings. 2-1 count, runners aboard. The pitch to the righty, grounded to second. Picked up on 2-hop, underhand flip to short. The inning ends on another 4-6 putout between Brandon Chavez and Spencer Bedwell. They have turned 2 double plays and now an inning-ending force out. 3 of the 4 innings have ended with Brandon Chavez and Spencer Bedwell teaming up. Through 4 innings of play, the 5A All-Stars remain on top, 3-0. We're back for the top of the 5th in the 4A and 5A Southern Colorado All-Star Game after this at Security Service Field.
Dolphins make me cry. Well, there's nothing I can do. I've been looking for a girl like you. You look at me, you got nothing left to say. I'm on about
Spencer Bedwell will lead things off in the top of the 5th inning for the 5A All-Stars, and we'll also get a chance to check out a new pitcher for the 4A Stars. It's Jack Stemple. Now we've talked a lot about. Oh, nice changeup that just decides to take a nice long Sunday drive from right to left to come in at the knees for strike one. 0-1 count to Bedwell. Stipple is going to watch this one get hammered into left center field. It's cut off in center before an extra base hit can be acquired, but Bedwell is aboard. One swing, one hit. Nice formula. Derek Stimson will now try to follow in the footsteps of Spencer Bedwell. Stimson's had a tough time getting anything going. He struck out on the first and then really hit one hard up the middle in the third, but it was picked up by Keaton and thrown to first for an out. Stimson will take a strike, another very light but movement-inducing ground ball, that a changeup I should say, that came in for a strike. We'll try to chase after the 0-1 breaking ball and fall behind 0-2 as the ball is sent into the first base stands. 0-2. Stimson hit almost 400 at Doherty High School. Still looking for his first hit today. Runner aboard as the 5A All-Stars have a 3-0 lead. Throw back to first. Forces Bedwell to jump back to the bag in time. Long look from Stemple at first. Now he'll come in with a changeup, and right on top of it is Stimson. He ropes one into left field. Trying to get to third is Bedwell. Throw to third is back behind the bag, everybody. Move on up. Stimson to second, Bedwell to third. Back-to-back hits, and now a poor throw have created another situation that reflects poorly on the 4A All-Stars. Team 5A back in business. 5A has had something cooking in every inning. They had the bases loaded for Brent Williams in the 4th. He grounded out. We're going to have a chance to see Colton Hodgek hit for the 4th time in 5 innings if Haluska and Chavez can do anything. It's only a 3-0 game, but it seems like every inning 4A All-Stars have been in a huge predicament. Infield's in, grounder fouled at the first base line as Jake Haluska tried to get in a run. Lefty on lefty, but Stemple, definitely a change of pace pitcher. He's not coming in with these hardy fastballs like we saw from Keaton and Helton. A little slower. 0-1 pitch. Does it get the corner? It does. Nice looking fastball to make it 0-2. And this seems to be when 4A defense and pitchers start to own the moment. Runs lurking, the game starting to slip out of their hands. Can Stemple get the out? 0-2 pitch, way away, 1-2. Nice job to block it by Lacayo. We continue to sing his praises. This poor dude has just been put through the ringer in this game. A lot of activity on the base paths and erratic pitching has forced Lacayo really to kind of strap up and be prepared for the unexpected. Haluska has grounded out on both occasions. 1-2 pitch. He's not grounded out here. Driven into center field. This will score a run. Sac fly number 2 for 5A. Advancing to third will not be 5A All-Star Spencer Bedwell. What a throw from center to third, right in his tracks. Scott Bowen comes up with the incredible 8-5 putout. Wow, 4-0 is our score, but Haluska comes up with the RBI, yet Bedwell could not make the type of progress he was looking for. On a dime, perfect throw. Even if the decision to slide had been put in order, it wouldn't have done any good for the 5A All-Stars. Just a great job in center field to make the throw to third, and now there's 2 quick outs on a unique double play. 5A still on top 4-0, but this is the kind of game we've had. Just when it looks like the 5A All-Stars should blow the door open, they don't. Stemple's going to miss on his first 3 pitches to Chavez, 3-0. Chavez walked and then struck out his last at-bat, but he's had 3 balls, and now every single at-bat, and he'll take a strike right at the knees to make it 3-1. Just what you love from your 8-hitter. Work the count. Make the pitcher come at you hard. This time, Stimple does just that and gets a fastball that cuts away late. 3-2 as Stimple's trying to get out of the inning. His team's down 4-0, needs a big out. 3-2 pitch from the lefty. Right by Chavez again. Back-to-back strikeouts from Chavez. A breaking pitch that decided to go for a late dive is all it took to record out number 3. Again, it could have been a whole lot worse. Runners on third and second. No outs. Sacrifice fly brings in 1 run, but Stimpson is thrown out at third. 5A adds another run, but you wonder if all of these missed opportunities will come back to haunt them. It's 4-0 through 4.5 innings of play. 4A All-Stars back to the plate when we continue on with more Southern Colorado All-Star baseball from Security Service Field.
A full moon shining bright, edge of the water, we were feeling alright. Back down a country road, the girls are always hot and the beer is ice cold. Cadillac, horns on the hood, my buddy Frankie had his dad hook him up good. Girls smile when we roll by, they hop in the back and we cruise to the riverside. Never gonna grow up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right, we were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern summer, barefoot blue jean night. Blue eyes and auburn hair, sitting looking pretty by the fire in a lawn chair. New to town and new to me, her ruby red lips was sipping on sweet tea. Shot me a look like a shooting star, so I grabbed a beer and my old guitar. Then we sat around till the break of dawn, howling and singing our favorite song. Never gonna grow up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right, we were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern summer, barefoot blue jean night. Whoa, never gonna grow up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right, we were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern summer, barefoot blue jean night. A barefoot blue jean night. A barefoot blue jean night.
After 4 scoreless innings, Josh Frosto's day is done. He's created quite the cushion for the 5A All-Stars as they lead 4-0 as we welcome you back to Security Service Field in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kevin Giordano will step in and lead things off against Spencer Bedwell. Pine Creek shortstop will slide over to the mound and miss low and away to make it 1-0. Giordano takes another pitch. This one pops to mid on the corner, 1-1. 5A All-Stars, a lot of wasted opportunities, but when you're up 4-0, you can't be too picky, even though the lead could be a lot larger. 1-0 pitch, hops into the dirt and is quickly snagged off a bounce by Williams. Boy, Brett hasn't had the kind of day he would like at the plate, but he just makes catching look like an effortless position. I mean, he is making it look way too easy on these poor pitches. 2-1 pitch, again a little outside, 3-1. This has not been a pitcher strike zone in either games today. They are definitely favoring the hitters, but we haven't seen many hitters take advantage of it. They may in this inning. 3-1 pitch misses low and away. And aboard to lead off the inning is Giordano, leadoff walk. So back-to-back innings where 4A All-Stars have been able to get a guy on base with either a leadoff hit or a walk. Brett Hilton did it in the 4th. But things quickly unraveled quickly for the 4A All-Stars. They've yet to score as we're back to the top of the order, and Jerry Lacayo, he's been unable to get the ball out of the infield. A pop up to short and a strike out on the third, and now he'll quickly take a strike on the corner. 0-1. Lacayo's way too good of a hitter to not have a moment here today. Nice turn and throw to first by Bedwell, keeping Giordano honest. Giordano's been the best hitter today for the 4A All-Stars, a single and a walk. Lacayo will lay off a fastball that misses away, 1-1. Every single pitch since Bedwell came in has been set up outside. Let's see if he tries to come in on Lacayo with the advantage at 4-0 for the 5A All-Stars. Deep breath, and ready to go is Bedwell for another outside fastball. He misses, trying to take off is Giordano, and he's in. Kevin Giordano with a big stolen base on a hesitation by Williams, and Brett's kicking himself. Giordano did make it seem as if he was just toying with the catcher and was just trying to sell the steal. But when he broke, there was no hesitation, and Giordano's in scoring position. 2-1 count to Lacayo. Still a 4-0 lead for the 5A All-Stars as a fastball one hops into the mid of Williams. 3-1. Cody Hamilton's on deck. He's reached twice with 2 walks. This is the most potent part of the order, at least today, for the 4A All-Stars, as they trail by 4. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Nope, hold up. Just a little pivot and turn to second to see if they could get Giordano to commit. Kevin, he didn't spend his time at Air Academy not to learn a few lessons along the way. 3-1 pitch, grounded up the mound. Oh, they can't get to it. Hot shot to short, throw to first, into the dugout. A run's going to score, and the 4A All-Stars are on the board. A great opportunity passes by Bedwell as his momentum carried him up the first base line. It's amazing as we look back to the time on the mound for Josh Keaton. He had 3 ground balls in a span of 5 at-bats where grounders were hit back to him. He made a play on every single one. And his superb defensive positioning allowed the 4A All-Stars to really limit the damage by the 5A All-Stars. But here is Bedwell, a chance to snag the grounder. He couldn't get to it. A nice play was made in short left field by Frosto, but his throw erratic. A run scores. And now we'll have a runner on second with nobody out for the 4A All-Stars. Lacayo was on second, but he's going to head to the dugout to get ready to catch. And with no outs, we'll see if further damage can be inflicted. Zach Allen will step into the box and replace Cody Hamilton. Hamilton had walked twice from Palmer Ridge, but now he gets a chance to watch from the dugout as Allen will do a little hitting. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0. Runner on second in what could be a dangerous inning for the 4A All-Stars if they can get something going. Here's the 3-0 pitch. It misses low and away. Ball 4. And there's something about that number 2 spot. Everybody has walked who's hit second today. Cody Hamilton twice, and now Allen is aboard. 4A All-Stars starting to really put a charge into this game. Well, Nick Flynn is now going to continue the carousel of hitters in this inning. He'll get a look at the box with runners on first and second. And the 5A All-Stars on top 4-1. Pitch comes inside but hangs tight on the corner for strike 1. Flynn hit over 400 on the year for Lewis and Palmer. He represents a tying run. 5A has let the 4A boys hang around, and now trouble could be a brewing. Flynn will lay off a high fastball. It's 1-1. Still nobody out as Bedwell has had some issues with his defense in the inning. Now he could pay for it. 1-1 pitch to Flynn. Breaking ball. How sweet was that? Cuts in. Gets the inside portion of the plate. 1-2. Flynn just froze. Didn't even bother trying to turn on it. Helton's on deck. He could be the go-ahead run. 1-2 pitch. This time a breaking ball is waved to the outside. 2-2. Both teams with an equal number of hits and errors, but 5A All-Stars, they've been able to draw 6 walks. 2-2 pitch. Get out of the way. Ball 3. Inside fastball, and Flynn just avoids any type of contact between he and the ball. Counts full. No outs. Runners on first and second. Flynn, in his first at-bat today against the newest 5A pitcher, will swing and miss on the high fastball. Bedwell just decided to unload and see what could happen. It pays off. Big-time strikeout. And finally, an out has been recorded. 1 out, runners on first and second, and here comes Brad Helton. 3-sport star at Cheyenne Mountain is the tying run, and after singling his last at bat, we'll see if he can bring in a couple RBIs. Nice breaking ball, hits at the knees. It's 0-1. Brett also was a quarterback for Cheyenne Mountain, threw for 2,300 yards, 24 touchdowns. CSU, Columbia, Princeton, they were all interested in him as a football player. Slow grounder to first, covering and making the play is Bedwell. Nice job hustling to the bag, catching a high throw from first, and just getting the edge of his cleats on the bag. Both runners will advance, but that's how you play first as a shortstop who's come in to play pitcher. It's always the most challenging aspect of covering the bag if you talk to any pitcher, just knowing where the bag is and not looking down. Well, if you're a shortstop, you got to do that all day, every day at second. And Bedwell was pretty cool out there with just strolling over, nicking the edge of the bag, and getting the outs. 2 outs. Runners on third and second. 5A All-Stars on top 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ground ball just foul up the third base line. Drew McMillan from Coronado is pinch hitting for Jack Stemple. And he was oh so close to a game-changing extra base hit. It was just hugging the line, and right when it needed to hover over the bag, it decided to dip to the left. 0-1 count with runners on first and second. The pitch up high, and it almost hit McMillan in the head. You love guys like Drew who appreciate the classics. A lot of present players, when you ask them who their favorite players, you get Pujols and Tulo and Cargo and notable guys around the league, but not McMillan. He's all about Mickey Mantle. 1-1 pitch. Hits the corner for a strike, even though Williams dropped it. Williams going to Oklahoma State, dealing with a guy whose favorite player is straight out of Oklahoma. McMillan with the count at 1-2, and runners on third and second with 2 outs, trying to prolong the inning. He'll smack the breaking ball down the right field line, but it's going to get foul. We haven't seen too many powerful extra base hits in either the junior or the 5 and 4A All-Star game. McMillan wanted to change that. He had his eye on the 350-foot sign down the right field line. Couldn't get it. With the 5A All-Stars on top 4-1 and the tying run at the plate, a key moment in this game. Bottom 5, runners on third and second. 2-2 count to McMillan. It's his first at-bat of the day. The pitch from Bedwell, breaking ball, pop up in the infield into foul territory. Nobody can get to it. Great effort by Williams, who has to wipe his brow of sweat, and by Bedwell. They both took off. The ball looked like it was going to hang in the air, but once it decided that it was about to be a part of some gravitational pull, that ball just took off towards the dirt, and neither Bedwell or Williams could get to it in time. So let's do it again. Another 2-2 count with runners on third and second. And McMillan well aware of what this at-bat represents. His team's down by 3. The righty waits for the pitch. Bedwell is going to get another opportunity to face McMillan again because his breaking ball is chopped foul. 3-2. First run of the game was just scored by the 4A All-Stars on an error. Now they want to do it with a hit. 2 strike counts and make it none. No more runs will come across. Strike 3. Bedwell decided to stop toying with McMillan. Offered back-to-back breaking balls, then just decided to roar back and give him an inside fastball. McMillan couldn't get to it, and Bedwell is able to pick up his second strike out of the inning. An unearned run comes across for Team 4A, but at least they're on the board. Through 5 innings of play, the 5A All-Stars lead it 4-1. 5A back to the plate in the top of the 6th at Security Service Field.
Condescendingly, take a seat, take your life, plot it out in black and white. Well, I never lived the dream of the prom kings and the drama queens. I'd like to think the best of me is still hiding up my sleeve. They love to tell you, stay inside the lines, but something's better on the other side. I wanna run through the halls in the high school. I wanna scream at the top of my lungs. I just found out there's no such thing as the real world, just a lie you got to rise above. So-called right track, faded white hats, grabbing credits and maybe transfers. They read all the books, but they can't find answers. And all of our parents, they're getting older. I wonder if they've wished for anything better, while in their memories, tiny tragedies. They love to tell you, stay inside the lines, but something's better on the.
We're in the 6th inning here at the 4A and 5A All-Star Baseball game. Graham Hebert will make his All-Star debut. He'll get a chance to step in and replace Nate Geronimo. Graham out of Liberty. And here he is with his team on top by 3, facing Drew McMillan. Drew puts in a lot of arc and effort into his first pitch, which is down for a strike. 0-1. With the 4A All-Stars down by 3, McMillan needs to shore up this game. He'll get 2 quick strikes. Breaking ball is popped foul down the first base line and out of play. This has been the turning point of both games we have witnessed today in the Junior All-Star game and now the 4 and 5A All-Star game. When you have to ask a kid to come in for an inning or 2 in relief in a 7 or 9 inning game, who is going to be able to string together the most consistent appearances out of the pen? Count is 1-2 as Graham takes a ball up high. Hebert waving the bat around, now rested on his shoulder, and takes strike 3 on a breaking pitch that might have been the best one we've seen today. Hebert leaned back, and the pitch still came in and nestled itself right in the mitt of McMillan's catcher for strike 3. What a great way to enter the All-Star game for McMillan. Nice looking pitch. John Rowe, he'll get his chance and take a pitch inside, ball 1. John has been waiting patiently on the bench today, and now he'll get his opportunity in the All-Star game. 1-0 pitch, make it 1-1. high and tight, plenty of heat. A great breaking ball, and now McMillan comes back with a nice fastball of his own, 1-1. After ending the 5th inning on the batter's box and being struck out by Stephen Bedwell, McMillan's trying to really bring it here in the 6th. So miss up high. It's 2-1. 5A All-Stars still on top with a 4-1 lead as McMillan comes back with a breaking cut fastball, and he gets it to go right past Rowe to make it 2-2. Can McMillan fire back with back-to-back strikeouts? 2-2 breaking ball this time. Leaves no room for error. Ball 3. 1 out in the top of the 6th for the 5A All-Stars. 3-2 count for Drew McMillan as he faces off against Rowe. McMillan wants back-to-back strikeouts. He won't get it. Breaking ball inside. Rowe is aboard. His first plate appearance leads to a walk. Avery Vasquez will continue the trend as we see another 5A player getting some time on the field as the opportunity to unleash some of the bench players now commences. Runner aboard for Avery, who hit .475 on the year. Time as Avery steps back out of the box. You just wonder if this 4A team has missed too many opportunities in the game, or if it's this 5A squad who has left way too many guys on base today, especially in those first 4 innings. Quick throw to first. Almost leads to a quick pickoff. Nice job getting back by Rowe. McMillan was a part of a 11-9 Cougar team 2 years ago. He hit .364 then. He'll get a foul ball that's out of play. First strike to Vasquez. Coronado came back after that 11-9 season last year and knew they were going to have a really nice player in Drew McMillan. He can obviously hit, and we're seeing that he is quite capable of doing his thing on the mound. He's got an 0-1 count with a runner on first and 1 away. Vasquez ready for the pitch. He'll take a breaking ball that just dips low but hits the strike zone perfectly, 0-2. And Coronado came back and had a much nicer season. They go 14-7. The run differential was ridiculous, though. If you were following Coronado this year, it was +80. 0-2 pitch. McMillan almost got strike 3 on that same inside breaking pitch. Vasquez fortunate that he wasn't rung up. But Longmont, they came up late in the year and got a big 3-2 win, and things just kind of slowed down for Coronado when they needed some wins late. 1-2 is the count from McMillan. He'll get a fastball that's popped foul and way out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Drew hit almost .380 2 years ago. His numbers dropped off a little bit this year. He hit .333, but decided to focus more on pitching and try to become the ace. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. He definitely was able to do just that. He led the team in innings pitched, and he almost pitched 50% of the innings for this Coronado Cougar team this season. 2-2 count. Avery's ready, so is McMillan. Breaking ball, hitting to center field. Should be rather harmless. Charging on and making the catch, and center field is Bowen. 2 down. To pitch almost half of your team's innings, to do it for a 14-win team, and to still keep your ERA under 3, that's a wicked season. That's a very successful season. McMillan ended up giving up some hits. Guys were able to get on base against him, but boy, those strikeouts and the defense he was playing behind definitely helped him. Josh Frosto will take a pitch inside for ball 1. He started the game with a brilliant display of pitching, 4 scoreless innings. really hampered the 4A All-Stars' ability to just work anything offensively and to get into a flow of the game. They couldn't against Frosto. His 5A All-Stars are up by 3, and he's got a 2-0 count with a runner aboard. McMillan misses outside, and the ball kicks free, advancing to second, where he is now in scoring position as the 5A bench runner. Josh Rowe steps in and gets a second in a hurry. Counts now 3-0 as McMillan's very easy and casual inning has suddenly erupted into a bit of a dangerous task. He was so suave on the mound before this at bat. Now things are getting dangerous. 3-0 count. Got him for a strike. Looking is Frosto, so he'll give McMillan one. We'll see if he'll take another one. Frosto thought it was going to be easy to get his 4th walk of the game. He may have to earn it. 3 plate appearances, 3 walks, 3-1 pitch, strike 2. Frosto realized, you know what, I didn't come here to just walk to first base every at bat. I want to get aboard with a hit. And he really tried to do something powerful with that swing. 3-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 6th. 5A's up 4-1. The pitch from McMillan to Frosto, breaking ball, line to third, nice grab, and the inning ends. Great snag to conclude what could have been a troubling inning for this 4A All-Star team, but they get a little bit of assistance from their defense, and a great play made by Sierra third baseman Jesus Cardona. Through 5.5 innings of play, 5A All-Stars are on top 4-1. 4A comes to bat in the bottom of the 6th at Security Service Field.
When I look in her eyes, it ain't no surprise. Sparks started flying like the 4th of July. She gets me so hot and my heart starts a-popping. We get to kissing, there ain't no stopping. When it comes to love, she ain't no slacker. My little darling is a firecracker. When I light the fuse, I gotta get back quick. You gotta be careful with a dynamite stick. Son of a gun, she's fun to handle, and she packs a punch like a Roman candle. She's a pack of black cats in a red paper wrapper. My little darling is a firecracker. We might not ought to take a roll in the hay, 'cause we burned the barn down one of these days. We're a match made in heaven, man, it ain't no joke. But I sure hate to see it go up in smoke. We got a good thing going and it feels so right. She's a firecracker, she's the light of my life. She goes off with a great big bang. Boys, I tell you, it's a beautiful thing. When she takes off, you better hang on tight. She's a blonde bottle rocket in the middle of the night. When she makes love, she's a heart attacker. My little darling is a firecracker.
4A All-Stars will again feature another Cheyenne Mountain product. Joel Stahn gets his first plate appearance today. Oh, yeah. It's an all-star game, and this is when it gets incredibly difficult to track where everybody is. The entire roster has been upended. 4-1, 5A leads it. Stahn takes a pitch inside to make it 2-0. Bedwell's back out there for the second inning of work. He really buckled down after allowing a run to prevent any additional runs. He almost hits Hahn as Joel backs away, 3-0. And we've seen this from a lot of pinch hitters. They get in ambitious and hopeful that their at-bat will lead to a big hit, and then they don't see a strike. 3-0 to Joel. As the lefty steps back and watches Bedwell come up top with ball 4. Not one pitch in the neighborhood of a strike. I mean, cul-de-sac, boulevard, block, wherever you were hoping to see that pitch, it was nowhere in the town. My goodness, what a rough start for Bedwell as he just came out and featured 4 pitches that were all over the place. And after such a clean previous inning from the strike zone, he'll miss again on the first pitch to Louis Neal. Runner aboard. No outs. 3-run lead for the 5A All-Stars, but control issues possibly looming on the horizon for Bedwell. He'll turn and flip one over to first real quick. Ston wasn't messing around. He was back, and again, Ston has to jump back. Joel Ston hoping to become run number 2, and for a third time, Ston has to get back to the bag. This one was a little more dangerous and upset at himself as Bedwell. He knew that was his best opportunity. Right when he caught the ball, he went back to the bag. Ston didn't think he'd come at him 3 times in a row, but he did. 1-0 is the count to Neal. He wants a chance to have somebody pay attention to him. Bedwell will by offering a 1-0 pitch. It's up top and away, 2-0. 6 straight balls to open up the inning for the former shortstop for the 5A All-Stars. He again goes back to first and will not get what he desired. 2-0. And maybe this is what happens when you have a couple teammates that have to go at one another. 2-0 count. Right by Louis Neal on this occasion. Strike 1. So maybe that's all it'll take to get Bedwell to find a little spring in his step and to settle down. He's got a 3-run advantage. They're already in the 6th inning. But now with a runner on first and a 2-1 count, he needs to be precise with these pitches. 2-1 fastball again will catch Louis Neal off guard. He was not ready to try to turn on that inside fastball and was way late, 2-2. And these are very sudden surges from the batter's box by Neal. His body's just exploding at the ball, but he's not catching up on him. 2-2 count. Neal's going to extend the bat high. Taking off at first is Ston. Strike 3. Throw to second. Won't get the out. Stolen base emerges from the empty at bat. Runner in scoring position with 1 away as Joel Ston reminds Bedwell why he should have been paying attention to him. Bedwell threw over 4 times to first base, and it's obvious why. Ston takes second. He's in scoring position for Riley Billings. Riley came up with a hit in his first at bat. Another one here might make it a 2-run game. Bedwell's going to call time and summon his catcher to the mound. Bedwell really making sure that he's going to earn his appearance here today. 4 throws over to first, and now calling time. You love seeing kids take this game so seriously. Billings ready for the pitch, and he'll take one on the corner. That is called a strike. Late call, but it's 0-1. Billings knocked that single to center field. Here he is trying to make it a 2-run game. 0-1 pitch, hit to center, charging and not getting to it in time as the 5A center fielder. They'll hold up Ston at third. Throw comes home, and now advancing all the way to second, where 2 runners are in scoring position, is Riley Bennings. It's the first time we've seen a runner hold up at third all day, so it's understandable why Derek Stimson would be aggressive in his throw from center field. He decided just to blaze the ball into home plate. But in this instance, Ston held up at third, so Riley was able to move up to second. Jesus Cardona made a great play at third in the previous inning. He'll now get a chance to see if he can do something with the bat. He'll take a ball on the outside corner, 1-0. Tying run is up in the bottom of the 6th. 5A All-Stars had so many opportunities to blow this game open. They let 4A hang around, and now Cardona tries to rip one, but is late on his swing, 1-1. Kept wondering if it would come back to haunt 5A. First, second, third, and fourth inning, they had at least 6 guys bat in every inning. 1-1 count to Cardona. Swing and a miss on an outside breaking fastball, 1-2. 5A All-Stars, 3-run lead, but Cardona is the tying run, and we're seeing this level of recognition of the situation increase with Bedwell's performance. Almost gets a strike three. It's a wild pitch. Oh, they can't find it. Stahn comes in to score. Riley advances to third. It's a 4-2 game. What happened in the backstop? Just hard to understand how things suddenly slipped out of control for Siler Clayton. He was playing behind home plate. Not a terrible pitch. It got away from him, but then it just became a game of a ring around the posy. He was completely disoriented and lost. Couldn't see it, and once it was realized by Stahn, Joel took off. He scores. Now Riley is at third, and it's a 4-2 game. Bottom six, 4A All-Stars down by 2, and Cardona with a 2-2 count. Righty has yet to make contact. He'll take a ball on the outside corner, 3-2. Riley decided to make things interesting. He got about a third of the way up the line at third, just to kind of let Siler Clayton know he's there. 3-2 count. Cardona trying to at least get the run in. Fastball for strike three. A tailing fastball cuts away late. Cardona can't make contact in the at-bat, and he's retired. 2 away, and a huge strikeout for Bedwell. Josh Dyer only had 5 RBIs in the regular season with Palmer Ridge. If he could get one in the All-Star game today, it'd be a 1-run game. Josh lines it to center, coming on to not make the grab. His 5A center fielder, Derek, steps in. 3rd run of the game, crosses. And for a guy that is unfamiliar with RBI situations, what a way to make your 4A, 5A All-Star Game introduction. RBI single to center field. It's 4-3. We'll see a pinch runner as 4A All-Stars will send Billy Chatra out to first base, another Air Academy guy. He's the tying run. And now Zach Allen gets to hit as the go-ahead run. How quickly things can change in an All-Star game. It's a 1-run contest. And the Woodland Park infielder has a great moment in front of him. He's late on a bit of a chop swing on the first offering from Bedwell, 0-1. Runner aboard with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 4-3, 5A leads it. And now falling behind, 0-2 is Zach Allen. He's late on the high fastball and sent it foul into the backstop. We've had 2 entertaining games so far, and with 3+ innings still in the works, anything's possible over these final couple innings. 0-2 count. Bedwell versus Allen. Runner on first. 5A's up 4-3. Taking off is Shatraw. He's going to steal on the mound. Throws into center field. Shatraw has to hold up. Nobody knew what was happening except the pinch runner who just came in and absolutely owned Spencer Bedwell. Billy Shatraw realized that Bedwell was in the zone. He was so focused on the 0-2 count. Bedwell took off, and then every infielder started screaming that Bedwell was being run on. Bedwell tried to turn and throw to second. It was too late. 0-2 count to Allen. Misses outside, 1-2. It's going to bounce in front of Siler. Taking up to third and stealing on the play is Shatraw. He cannot be tamed. This man is reckless. Billy Shatraw takes second and third on consecutive pitches. The tying run wants to get there before the inning ends. 4-3. The 5A All-Stars lead it, but Shatraw's on third. 1-2 count to Allen. The pitch, low and in the dirt, and right away, Siler Clayton picks up the ball and just glares down the third base line. Don't you dare try to run on me now. 2-2 count to Allen. Took 2 quick strikes. Now he's even it up. Credit Shatraw for maybe getting in the mind of Bedwell. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Again, it's low and away, 3-2. And all of a sudden, we've gone from an 0-2 count with a runner on first in a 1-run game to Shatraw on third and the count full. Allen can deliver with 1 hit to tie the game. The 3-2 pitch grounded up the third base line, picked up on 2 hops, throw to first. Gets Allen by a step. The lead remains intact for the 5A All-Stars, but it's down to 1. An exciting bottom of the sixth concludes with a slow roller to third that almost tied the game up. It's 4-3 at Security Service Field. Back to the seventh after this.
Let's go. Dance for bro. I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. Ooh, that's it. Now, honey, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glancing a kid. Wishing they was dancing a jig here with this handsome kid. Sick a cigar right from Cuba Cuba. I just bite it, it's for the look. I don't light it. Ill way to ammo on the hand, stay on play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my cardio is infinite. Big Willie style's all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. What? You on the ball with the kid? Watch your step, you might fall trying to do what I did. Mama, I'ma come close side in the middle of the club with the rubber dub. No love for the haters, mad cause I got floor seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50-yard line with the Raiders. Met Ali, he told me I'm the greatest. I got the fever for the flavor of a crowd pleaser. DJ play another from the Prince of this Your Highness. Only bad chicks riding my whip. South to the west, to the east, to the north. Bump my hips and watch them go off. And yes, sure. You don't stop in the winter order. I makes it high, getting jiggy with them. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. 850 IS if you need a lift. Who's the kid in the drop? Who else? Will Smith. Living that life, some consider a myth. Rock from South Street to 125th. Women used to tease me, give it to me now nice and easy. Since I moved up like George and Wheezy, cream to the maximum. I'll be asking them, would you like to bounce with the brother that's platinum? Never see Will attacking them. Rather play ball with Shaq and them, flatten them. Like getting, thought I took a spell, but I didn't trust the lady of my life. She hitting, hit her with a drop top with the ribbon. Crib for my mom on the outskirts of Philly. You trying to flex on me? Don't be silly. Getting jiggy with it.
We're back in Springs for this 4 and 5A All-Star game. Bryant Johnson ready for the final 3 innings. Anything can happen with the way these two teams have been matching up. Drew McMillan will remain in for inning number 2, but he'll get opportunity to check out a new member of the 5A All-Stars batting brigade. Siler Clayton will take a strike in his first appearance in the box today. 0-1 breaking ball. Dips late, but still hits the corner 0-2. Well, McMillan has the finest breaking ball we've seen in both the junior All-Star games and the 4 and 5A All-Star games. This thing has some power to it, but so does Siler. 0-2 pitch laced into center. He's aboard with a leadoff single. It's amazing how a guy can look fooled on back-to-back pitches like he has no business in the box, but then he sees that 0-2 pitch and just seizes the opportunity. Siler's aboard, and now McMillan has a couple of things on his mind. He knows his squad's within 1, but he's got some dangerous hitters lurking. One of them is the man who's been on the mound during the 3 runs that have crossed for the 4A All-Stars. Pine Creek's Spencer Bedwell hasn't had a bad day on the bump. He's just encountered some bad luck with defense and some great base running by the 4A team. He'll take a strike inside. He's reached a couple times already. Singled in his last at bat. McMillan keeping a close eye on Clayton at first base. He's already chucked it over there twice, but Clayton doesn't have that big of a lead. He is a catcher, so he's playing it coy. Back to first again as Clayton has to touch the bag for the 3rd time. Final 3 innings in what will be the final All-Star game or sanctioned game of these players' high school careers. They want to go out in style. 0-1 pitch. McMillan can't get the belt-high strike. Just off the plate, 1-1. And these are things that start to weigh on you. When you're playing a high school game in the state tournament, you don't have time to think about the finality of it. 1-1 breaking ball inside to make it 2-1 from McMillan as Drew and his 4A teammates still try to get back in this game. They're down by 1. They were down 4-0 after the top of the 5th, but they're now within a run. Bedwell with a runner on first and no outs for the 5A All-Stars will take a 2-1 pitch outside, 3-1. Fastball misses, and suddenly Bedwell has got something cooking. When you're playing the state tournament, if that thought creeps into your mind, it's going to affect your play. Oh, this is it. I'm done after this. I don't want it to end. You can't think like that. 3-1 pitch, fouled into the first base stands, 3-2. But in an all-star game, you can really soak it in, especially when you're playing at Security Service Field. I mean, it's a whole different atmosphere when you're hanging out in a stadium like this. Just a perfect afternoon at the park. 3-2 count for Bedwell, runner aboard. The pitch from McMillan, a breaking ball that does not get the called third strike. A split-second hesitation from Bedwell. He didn't know if he'd just been rung up, but the call is not made. And now McMillan has a lofty challenge in front of him. Runners on first and second, no outs. And a chance to keep the game within reach, slowly slipping away. Stimpson singled his last at bat. Runners on first and second for Derek. He'll take one up high, 1-0. At this stage in the game, your options in the bullpen aren't as prodigious as they once were. Simpson with runners aboard. Ready for the 1-0, which is a fastball. It's flared into right field. Charging late and making the catch for out number 1. 4A All-Stars will be able to provide an out and eliminate any threat to advance to second or third for the runners aboard. Tony Frost with a different situation now developing will enter the box as a lefty. Instead of runners in scoring position and no outs, everybody remains in place with one away. Perfect situation for McMillan, getting a pop-up and a harmless one at that. First pitch to the lefty, outside for ball 1. McMillan's so confident with these first pitch breaking balls. It really doesn't matter if he's trying to go inside or away. He's just so confident in his approach that he can drop that pitch on a dime whenever he wants. 1-0 pitch, hammer to right field. Oh, what a grab down the line. Everybody hustle back because no one is going to advance. Spectacular grab in right field. This 4A team might be Matt Ninemeyer making a great grab. And like we said, this is when things get a little challenging because guys start to play everywhere. And it's not like a normal high school or college, and of course minor league game where you're getting notified of all these things. So Ninemeyer looks like he's still out there and went up to make his second grab of the inning. But this one leads to a round of applause from everybody in attendance. Both runs would have easily scored. That gets above his head. It's over. It's a 6-3 game. You got a guy on third. It would have been a triple. Instead, 2 outs, runners on first and second, and Brandon Chavez at the plate. Grounder up the mound. It's off of McMillan. Everybody safe. Infield single for Chavez. Now you have to be even more impressed with Josh Keaton, pitcher from Sand Creek, who took 3 ground balls up the middle in a 5 at-bat sequence and made the play on every single one of them. He really spoiled us, and it's great that happened in the game, early in the game, because the last 2 grounders up the mound have both been able to lead to infield hits. And it wasn't like Keaton was dealing with some lightweight grounders up the middle. They were hot shots too. He just made the play. Umpires are going to provide a couple of prep pitches from McMillan just to make sure that leg's okay. He says he's fine. Throws a couple fastballs right down the middle, and he's ready to go against Graham Hibbert. 1-run game. 5A All-Stars are up by a run at the top of the 7th. They've got the bases loaded and 2 outs. Graham Hibbert understands the importance of this situation. So does Drew McMillan. His first pitch is there for a strike. Changeup coming in. It's been effective. 0-1. 5A All-Stars have had runners in scoring position all day long. They need to come up with one great extra base hit to try and really create some separation. McMillan comes back inside with the off-speed pitch and misses 1-1. The second inning, only 5 guys stepped to the plate for the Team 5A All-Stars. Since then, they've always been presenting a challenge. 1-1 pitch, misses up high, 2-1. 6th inning was the quickest inning we've had today for Team 5A All-Stars, but outside of the 6th, they've always been in a position to threaten. They just haven't been able to get guys in. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-1 count. 5A's up by a run. Strike 2 on a swing and a miss, breaking pitch. Fooled Hibbert. His bat just did not come around in time, and now McMillan 1 pitch away from escaping the inning without allowing a run. 4-8 trailed 4-0. They got within a run in the 6th. If McMillan can get out of this jam, they'll have a chance to tie or take the lead in the bottom half of the inning. 2-2 count with the bases loaded to Hibbert. The pitch does not get him looking. McMillan started walking off the mound. He can't believe it. An all-star game to throw a breaking pitch on the inside part of the plate that looked that good and not get the call. It's tough, especially because you know what's about to happen. Bases loaded, 2 outs, full count. Everybody get a head start and hope that this pitch is not hit to the outfield, because we could see everybody score. And recognizing the urgency and the importance of the situation, the 4A infield, they're going to call time and allow McMillan to meet with his catcher real quick. Hibbert, he's just going to stand in, doesn't even look up the third base line. He knows what he has to do. Graham just had 11 RBIs at Liberty in the spring, but we saw it in the previous inning. Guys tend to step up in the All-Star game when their playing career is about to wind down. 3-2 pitch to Hibbert. Popped up. It's into foul territory. McMillan wants it, and he'll get the catch. Drew escapes another major challenge. Battles back. Gets a bases-loaded, full-count pop-up, and he tells everybody to get away from him. That's his ball. He wants to end the inning with the ball in his mitts. Through 6.5 innings of play. An exciting all-star game between the 5A and 4A players, the best in Southern Colorado. We'll now head to the bottom of the 7th. 5A on top 4-3 at Security Service Field.
Nothing to lose. Seen it all for
back at Security Service Field for the bottom of the 7th inning. 5A All-Stars still on top 4-3, but will it last? Nick Flynn hoping that's not the case. He'll get to lead off things for the 4A All-Stars in the bottom of the inning. Game progressing nicely between both the 5A and 4A All-Stars. And now Derek Stimson will make his maiden appearance. He'll quickly hit the corner for a strike. Derek's been playing center field, but as the situation now requires it, he'll enter the game as a strike. And now missing inside for a ball. Stimson coming in for relief. We've seen Josh Frosto. He started with 4 scoreless innings, and Spencer Bedwell pitched the last 2. Stimson quickly trying to eliminate Flynn, but a lot of patience at the plate early by Flynn. Took a strike, followed by 2 quick balls. Stimson with a 2-1 pitch. Misses low and away on the split, 3-1. The difference in enthusiasm and motivation between the two teams here so telling. Stimson is going to send ball 4 in the dirt. He's going to walk Flynn, and after a leadoff strike, Stimson patiently takes 4 in a row and is aboard. All the 4A players are up at the edge of the dugout, leaning over the fence. They've been trailing the whole game. Granted, 5A only has a couple guys available in the dugouts, but they are not showing the level of interest and leaning over the rack as the 4A guys are. They want this game, and they've been trailing throughout. Smargy's going to take a ball inside. This is his first plate appearance today. Dan out of Falcon High School is the go-ahead run. He's going to hit one to second. Do we have another double play? Underhand to short. Back to first. Frosto, what a gun. Double play. Josh Frosto moved over to short after pitching 4 scoreless innings. First run of the game scored because of an error he made on a throw from short to first. But, man, that was a whistle. You could just hear it buzzing into the mid at first base. He did not hesitate for a split second, and a second he turned his attention to making sure that double play was going to go down. His intended target was met in quick succession. Boy, the consequences of a ground ball hit against this 5A defense is immediate and immense. That is the 3rd double play between second and short we've seen today. McMillan took a ball. It's followed by a strike. Count is 1-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 5A All-Stars on top 4-3. McMillan trying to get a 2-out rally started, but he'll take back-to-back strikes. Stimson's on a mission. Quick double play. Now he's ahead 1-2. 2 outs, 2 strikes, bottom of the 7th. Stimson unloads on a off-speed pitch. It just misses. Neither team is getting the borderline call. The umpiring is being extremely consistent today, and you love seeing that on such a big stage in the final game of many of these kids' careers. 2-2 pitch comes back inside for a ball, 3-2. McMillan had a chance in the 5th inning to tack on some more runs when the game was 4-1, but couldn't come up with a big hit. Now with 2 outs and a full count in the bottom of the 7th, he'll take strike 3. Broke to first thinking he had just drawn a 2-out walk. Instead, Stimson allows the leadoff runner to get aboard, but follows it up with a double play and a strikeout. Through 7 innings of play, 5A All-Stars are on top 4-3. We're back to Security Service Field for the top of the 8th after this.
Wiggin' whack. I come stomping with something pumping to keep you jumping. R&B, rapping, bull crap is what I'm dumping. Ain't nothing sucked about crisscross, we all at. So when they ask, do they rock? Say believe in it. Jump, jump. Come back, dad'll make you. Jump, jump. A daddy back will make you. Jump, jump. Crisscross will make you. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Come back, dad'll make you. Jump, jump. A daddy back will make you. Jump, on, don't be claiming that it's mental. Two little kids with a flow you ain't never heard. Ain't nothing fake, you can understand every word. As you listen to my smooth melody, the daddy makes you J-U-M-P. Feel back, daddy, make you.
Nick Flynn will get the call as we're back to Security Service Field. 4-3 is our score as 5A All-Stars remain on top. It's been a solid day at the park so far. We're back for the top of the 8th inning. Flynn dealing with Josh Rowe to lead things off. He'll miss inside on ball 1, but come back quickly for strike 2. 5A has been on top all afternoon. They still have a 1-run lead as we approach the final 2 innings. Missing up high is Flynn, 2-1 as he came back inside on Rowe. Josh just came into the game 2 innings ago. And he'll take a pitch up high, 3-1. Rampart well represented today. Chris Withstand, their head coach. He was a part of the junior all-star game. And now he'll watch as his outfielder gets aboard on 5 pitches. First one was in there for a strike, followed by 4 straight balls. Last one up and in. Take first base, John. It's all yours. Avery Vasquez at bat number 2 for him. 5A All-Stars have 5 less players than the 4A All-Stars, but it hasn't mattered. You wonder if that thin bench will start to hurt late in this game. So far it hasn't. Avery swings at the first pitch, sends it into the stands. Watch out. There's a group of 4 people that were just walking in the concourse and had their heads down, and always a dangerous proposition, and about 1.5 steps in front of a gentleman in a Miami Marlins hat and a Blue Vans t-shirt. The ball landed, and that'll make you freeze. 0-1 count with a runner aboard. And no outs in the top of the inning. Throw to first is dropped, and advancing to second is Rowe. There is nothing routine about this game. Anytime you think a real simple little throw is being made, just check in on the runner. You slip and fall along the way. Easy throw to first, no harm, no foul. Daniel Smargy couldn't hold on to it, and now Rowe's at second base. 0-1 count to Vasquez. Comes inside 1-1. He really contorts the bat and wherever his hands are. Based on the pitch, Vasquez will kind of stoop the bat down a little bit, shuffle his hands. Real interesting approach, but it works for him. 1-1 to Vasquez. Backs away from the breaking ball. 2-1. Flynn trying to whip in some of these pitches inside and keep Vasquez on his toes, but Vasquez isn't budging. He has not been intimidated at all. 5A All-Stars trying to increase this lead. They've got a runner on second and nobody out in the 8th. Vasquez ready, so is Flynn. Here's the pitch from the lefty. Swing and a miss. Vasquez couldn't decide. Now he wanted to approach the swing and ended up kind of doing a half tomahawk. No contact, 2-2. It's been a long time since the 5A All-Stars really put something together. 2-2 pitch. Nicked foul. Will stay at 2-2. They scored a run in the 5th, but the 3rd inning looked to be their best chance just to have a huge 4-run inning. They had the bases loaded with nobody out. They ended up scoring 2, but it was definitely a sign of things to come, where in the first 5 innings they were threatening in every inning with at least 1 runner in scoring position. Just couldn't do anything. 2-2 pitch to Vasquez. Ground up the first base line. Effective. Rowe will advance. Vasquez is retired. Just what you want when you're protecting a 1-run lead in the 8th inning. Frosto, he'll step in with a runner on third. And the 5A All-Stars looking for one more run. 1 out, runner on third. And Josh at the plate. He has had the game for the 5A All-Stars. He'll take a pitch inside, and it misses 1-0. 4 excellent, just exemplary innings of work to start the game as a pitcher. Didn't allow a run. Drew 3 walks to start the game. He's been doing it all today. Now he's going to watch as run number 5 comes in. Wild pitch, rolls over the dugout, and Rowe comes around. 5-3 is our score. It happened so quickly. Runner on first, 1 out. Throw over to first base was made just to check in on Josh Rowe, and turned into a error into right field foul territory. Ground ball by Frosto is picked up at short and thrown over to first in time. As out number 2 is picked up, and things really went haywire. And Rowe advanced to second. Vasquez brought him over to third, and a big 5th run comes in. Two outs, 5-3 game. Seiler Clayton looking to step in and get another hit. Seiler's going to send this one foul up the right field line. 0-1. Approaching the last couple innings of play as the 4A All-Stars continue to trail 5-3. 0-1 pitch, fouled into the backstop, 0-2. Seiler with the 5A boys up by 2. We'll watch the 0-2 pitch completely miss its target and depart into the backstop. The definition of a wild pitch. 8th inning, 5-3. 5A's never trail. They're not about to give up this lead. They've worked for it all afternoon. Seiler takes the 1-1 pitch again inside, 2-1. And just based on the notion of 5A and 4A, it doesn't matter how successful the teams within each rank have done all year. You're always going to be the underdog when you're the 4A team. You're always going to be favored when you're 5A. It's just how it's going to work, and both teams realize this. 2-1 pitch to Seiler, back off. Up and in, 3-1. 5A using a little small ball technique to get this lead back to 2 after missing out on opportunity after opportunity to really take advantage of some poor pitching by the 4A group. Now they'll get on with a 2-out walk as Seiler takes a 3-1 fastball inside to reach. Bidwell, he'll get his chance with the 5A All-Stars up by 2. He came in and really kind of held the lead for Frosto after he left. Sure, Bidwell gave up 3 runs, but you come in relief, and defense kind of forgets about you a little bit. You do whatever it takes just to keep your team in front. Bidwell getting ready for his upcoming season. He'll be heading to Kansas, playing at Dodge City CC. Half swing, sends it foul up the right field line. 0-1. Flynn coming in the mid-70s on these pitches. Lefty just hit 75 on the gun. He'll drop it down to the upper 50s with his breaking ball. 5A All-Stars have been on top of it. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, carries up high, and it's in for ball 1. Bedwell watched all 3 runs score on his watch, but he came up with some big outs and some big strikeouts when he needed them. 5A's up by 2. 1-1 count. 2 outs. The pitch to Bidwell. Popped into short right field. Rather harmless it appears to be, and it is. Got down the right field line to mark out number 3 in the top of the 8th. But 5A All-Stars tack on 1 more run. They have a 2-run lead as we'll get set for the bottom of the 8th from Security Service Field. 4A still trails, but they're within 2. Final 2 innings away to the 51st annual Southern Colorado All-Star Game. First inning went so well for Derek Stimson. Why not give him a chance at an additional inning? 5-3 is our score from Security Service Field in Colorado Springs. Bryant Johnson with you for the final 2 innings as the 5A All-Stars try to protect this lead. Joel Stahn, he'll lead off. Last time he did such, runs were scored for the 4A All-Stars, almost enough to tie the game. Joel got aboard and ended up stealing second, scoring a run. 4A All-Stars got within 4-3, but Stahn takes the ball and out, fouls off the pitch from Stimson. It's a 2-run advantage for the 5A All-Stars. 4A trying to get something started early so they can at least look to tie this game. It's been a long battle all afternoon for the 4A as they have really just tried to crawl back in this game. Nothing has been easy this afternoon as Stahn will take a ball on the outer edge. Gave up a run in the first inning and trailed 3-0 after 2.5 innings. Stahn checks, swing. Did he hold it? He did. 2-2. Stahn thought he was able to hold it back, but instead, a quick dilemma. 2-2 pitch, 4-hopper to short. Going to be a tough play across the diamond. Frosto again wants to show off that rifle. For anybody else, it's a tough play, but Frosto just lets loose a missile. And even though Stahn is a lefty, got out of the box quick, and he's fast, as evidenced by the stolen bases. Previous trip on the diamond, Frosto just set himself and made it happen. It's tough for a guy like Frosto. He was on a team that didn't do well this year, and he just naturally let guys like that slip under the radar. But this could be a huge moment for him, let alone his career, with the amount of attention he's receiving after pitching 4 scoreless innings, drawing 3 walks, and now making 2 brilliant plays at short. 1 out for Billy Shatraw. He'll take a ball inside, followed by another one from Stimson, 2-0. Shatraw got on base, and man, did he just create chaos. 2-0 pitch right there, first strike. He stole second before a pitch was even thrown, and he took off and got to third. 2-1 pitch to Billy. Inside, and it hits him on the elbow. Ouch. Boy, again for Shatraw. He realized the reward would be very beneficial if he could get on base and again show that speed, but they already have a pinch runner in line, so Shatraw will leave. Took the brunt of the burden, and then he has to get off the field. Riley Billings will step in and pinch run. Kevin McGeary, he's been waiting for this moment. He finally gets to step in and hit. First time today he's in the box, and it just so happens he is the tying run. Well, we've yet to see a home run today. How do you feel about that, Kevin? Want to tie things up? 1 out. Runner on first. Bottom of the 8th inning. 5A All-Stars are up by 2. McGarry takes a ball in the dirt. 1-0. Nice stop, though, by Siler Clayton. We've seen some great catching today. Brent Williams and along with Jerry Lacayo. Now Siler Clayton, a nifty little grab. Solid defense behind home plate. 1-0 pitch, again in the dirt. It's snuffed out, trying to advance is Riley Billings, and he's gunned down. Siler Clayton, way to make a name for yourself. 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Clayton picked it up and looked up and realized Billings was going to try to get into scoring position. And it's a situation where Siler is immediately going to be credited from the 5A All-Stars. On the flip side, Riley getting grabbed by the coaches. They just remind him, we had the tying run at the plate. Really getting to second isn't going to do us any good right here unless it's being given to you. Count is 3-0 to McGeary. He'll take a pitch up and in, so he'll walk in 4 pitches. So you've got the tying run back at the plate. And again, who knows if there would have been a 4-pitch walk if Riley would have stayed at first base. But let's say that's what happens. Now you'd have runners on first and second with 1 out. Instead, 4A All-Stars will get their tying run to the plate. But now there's 2 down. Jesus Cardone will take a pitch low and away, 1-0. Cardona had a chance to swing 3 times in his last plate appearance, but didn't make contact in either attempt. He hit over 500 for Sierra. You know he can play. 1-0 pitch, fouled into the net, 1-1. It seems like every opportunity that has been presented to the 4A All-Stars were a chance to tie the game or take the lead or just come back and really bust up the 5A All-Stars. Anytime they get close, something bad happens. And getting thrown out at second with 1 out in a 2-run game definitely qualifies as something bad happening. 1-1 count to Cardona. 5A All-Stars up 5-3. Pitch pushes him back, comes inside, and it's 2-1. If Cardona can keep this thing going, Josh Dyer from Palmer Ridge will finally get in a bat. He's in the on-deck circle. He's been catching, so he's got his gear on. 2-1 pitch to Cardona. Right there for a strike. Cardona lays off a pretty good pitch, and it's 2-2. We'll see if the 4A All-Stars decide to take a chance and send the runner. 2-2 as Cardona sends a high hopper to third. This is going to be a tough play. Ball is grabbed, throw to first. Oh, by a half a step. The defense continues to be immaculate for the 5A All-Stars. Another great play, and the defense has shined in the inning. Beautiful throw across the diamond following a great play behind the backstop, behind home plate by catcher Siler Clayton. 2 huge outs coming in brilliant defensive fashion. The 8th inning has finished with the 5A All-Stars still on top 5-3. 5A was up 1 heading into the inning. They tack on 1 more for insurance purposes. Let's see if they can do anything else in the top of the 9th. 5A on top 5-3 in the 51st annual Southern Colorado All-Star Games.
And wondering why the world has passed him by. Hoping that he's bent for more than arguments and failed attempts to fly. We were meant to live for so much more, and we lost ourselves somewhere. Providence and whether mice and men have second tries. Maybe we've been living with our eyes half open. Maybe we're bent and broken.
Derek Stimson will lead things off for the 5A All-Stars as we are back at Security Service Field in the top of the 9th inning. 5A on top 5-3. Stimson, credit him. He's been on the mound the last 2 innings, holding this game intact. He'll take a ball on the outside corner, 1-0. Stimson, a little late on the 1-0 pitch. It's quickly 1-1 as we'll get a chance to bring in another pitcher for Team 4A. 1-1 pitch to Stimson, low and inside. This time that 2-1 pitch breaks away late, and it's quickly 3-1. So, as the game winds down and we get Billy Shotraw into the game, he's in jeopardy of walking the leadoff man, and Shotraw will do just that. Low and inside. He'll walk the leadoff hitter from the 5A All-Stars, and now you put Stimson aboard, and you've encountered a hefty predicament in the top of the 9th inning. Tony Frost, he's a big one, and he has been waiting for an opportunity to drive in some runs since entering this game 2 innings ago. Pitch is inside from Shatraw, ball one, and the trend of relievers losing their handle, losing their ability to throw strikes continues. This has been the biggest weakness facing any of these relievers since really Frosto left in the fourth and Helton left after the opening inning. 1-0 pitch, off speed that Frost is tardy and swinging on, 1-1. Helton only pitched one inning, so this 4A group of all-stars, they've been dipping into the well since the second inning. Shatraw is going to make a quick throw over to first base just to say hello to Derek Stimson. 1-1 count. Pitch comes inside and hits the fat part of the plate, 1-2. Shatraw threw 6 balls in the first 7 pitches he attempted, but he's come back with back-to-back strikes, and now another throw over to Stimson. Stimson had to hustle back in a hurry. That white jersey now caked in dirt. 1-2 count as the sun is now set behind Security Service Field. As Shatraw looks for his first strikeout, he's going to get it. Comes inside on Frost, who was late on the swing. Nice strikeout for the reliever, stepping in from Air Academy. 1 out of the top of the ninth with the 5A All-Stars on top, 5-3. Boy, 4A could use a double play. They've had one today. It came on a line drive to center field. Oh, the old patented 8-5 throw out. You see that one every day. Great throw to third base to pick up the DP. 1-0 pitch is on the corner for a strike to Brandon Chavez. Well, if Brandon Chavez is at the plate, probably going to be hard to get a double play with his speed, and it's not going to be a quick at-bat. This guy is seeing a minimum of 4 pitches every single at-bat. 1-1 count to Brandon. Popped foul up the first base line. He's of that Marco Scooteroo, David Eckstein mold. Oh, pitchers just hate him. You know, they're like the basketball equivalent to J.J. Barea and those just little guys who just bother you. They stay alive every at-bat, and they work you over. Throw over to first. Shatraw doesn't even want to deal with Chavez yet. He's just going to prolong this one. Now, Chavez has struck out twice, but he'll make you earn it as he backs away and takes a pitch inside, 2-2. And you want that out of your 8 and 9 guys. Even in an all-star game, it's great to have these guys finding a way to make the pitcher show the future hitters every single pitch that they have to offer. Well, that's a new one, says Shatraw. You haven't seen my late break curve on the outer edge of the plate, have you, Brandon? Strike 3. Out number 2, picked up by Shatraw on his nicest pitch of the inning. And now 4A All-Stars at least 1 out away from giving them a chance to hit last. Strike 1 to Hibbert, but the ball bounces in front of home plate, and taking off to second and advancing is Stimson. Nice job to get out of the box, and this is the cerebral intelligence of these all-stars. They do the little things right. Took one hop, but it didn't bounce directly in front of home plate. It went up the third base line. Take it. Hibbert looking to bring home the 6th run of the day. 0-1 pitch. Not getting the corner, 1-1. Only one inning where the 5A All-Stars scored multiple runs was recorded. That was way back in the 3rd. They'd like just one more run to give them a 3-run advantage heading into the 9th. But Hibbert's going to take a strike on a breaking ball on the outside edge of the plate. Runner on second, 2 outs. 5A All-Stars up 5-3. 1-2 pitch to Hibbert, up high, 2-2. It's been a full day of baseball. It started at noon. Here we are as the evening winds down. And the 5A All-Stars looking for one more. They won't get it. Shatraw gets another strikeout. Just a clean sweep in the inning for him. Shatraw showing that he has that sweet stuff that hitters hate to see. The 8-9 hitters both go down looking. And the top of the 9th concludes without another run scoring for the 5A All-Stars. So here it is for the 4A All-Stars, their last chance. 5A is on top 5-3. It's the bottom of the 9th from Security Service Field after this.
No one that can make me feel so good. How do we stay so long together when everybody said we never would? And just when I start to think they're right, the love has died. There you go, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. There you go, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it and do it one time? There you go, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm never letting this go. I'm stuck on you, whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Some days I don't feel like trying. Some days, you know, I wanna just give up. When it doesn't matter who's right, fight about it all night.
Here we go. It's the bottom of the 9th inning of the 5A and 4A All-Star games. Josh Dyer will lead off for the 4A squad. Hit .312 with 5 ribbies at Palmer Ridge, but it was his last at bat that was memorable. Only 5 RBIs in the season at the high school level. He came in and brought home the 3rd run, which brought the 4A guys within a run. First pitch swinging, 2-hopper to short. Frosto, I got this. Another great throw from short, and quickly there's one retired against Jake Haluska, the Discovery Canyon pitcher. Haluska making quick work of the top of the order for the 4A All-Stars. There's one down. Zach Allen had a nice year at Woodland Park. Will swing at the first pitch from Luska and send this one foul into the bleachers. The familiar cry of children chasing a ball that they have to give back to the field. 0-1 pitch. Popped foul into the stands again. Scramble, youngins. There's more to be had. Allen with the count at 0-2 has watched Luska just roar back and aggressively come at the 4A All-Stars in the 9th inning. One pitch, ground up, now an 0-2 count. Luska wants to lock up this save. Lefty keeps the mitt right at his belt. Shows the windup. Oh, a nice break. It misses, but looked like a wiffle ball as it came in late. Luska, really nice delivery and such control with his body as he comes in on these pitches. He almost gets a called 3rd strike on a fastball that cut away on the outer edge to make it 2-2. Now the real at-bat begins. He was just seeing if Allen would chase anything. He didn't. 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul again. It's going to head directly into the backstop. 3 foul balls that have all been up the first base line or behind home plate. This has been an interesting endeavor for Allen. Trying to turn around on Luska. He's going to take a breaking ball for strike 3. An emphatic call from behind home plate. Luska just chipping away, then finally came back in to shut the door on Allen. 2 outs on 2 very impressive pitches from Luska. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. 5A All-Stars 1 out away from a victory. Dan Smargy, it's up to him. He's got the gold helmet on representing Falcon High School, and he'll take a ball on the outside corner. These 4A All-Stars have worked so hard to get back in the game, but they're running out of time. Fly ball in the right field. This could do it. Smargy watches as the ball is caught, and the 5A All-Stars wrap up a 5-3 win with a quick 8-pitch inning from Mr. Luska. Jake Luska shuts it down as Dan Smargy flies out to right field. Final score is 5-3. The 5A All-Stars get the victory. We'll wrap things up from Security Service Field after this.
Let them knock you around. Let the good times roll.
Welcome back to Security Service Field. Bryant Johnson wrapping up this afternoon's doubleheader. We had the Junior Southern Colorado All-Star Game up first. An 11-5 victory by Team Rockies over Team Colorado. And here we are in the second of two games, our feature event. 5A All-Stars get the win 5-3. I mean, the man of the hour, without a doubt, stepped in and went 4 scoreless innings, made 2 superb plays at shortstop, drew 3 walks in his first 3 at-bats. Josh Frosto. Oh, I hope more people understand what this kid is all about. Tough year at Fountain Fort Carson. Only player repping Fountain Fort Carson here today. Barely had a half dozen wins this season. But Frosto, he's the real deal. Everything that we saw out of him today was impressive and just a very balanced and controlled kid. But there's something special about that right arm. My goodness, when he really wanted to come after you, he could put some sizzle in that step. Start of the game, just working over the 4A All-Stars. Had 3 straight strikeouts to end the first, to start the second. Finished with a total of 4 strikeouts. And the 4A All-Stars, if they got somebody on base, it wasn't going to last because you'd get a double play out of it. 6-4-3 double play from Scott Bowen in the second, and then to end the third, after Cody Hamilton was hit, Josh Keaton hit into a 4-6-3 DP. So Frosto really put his all in and did everything that you would ask from a guy pitching in the All-Star game. He'll come in and get a victory, and then Luska comes in to get the save. So great effort today by both the 4A and the 5A teams. We had really an exciting time watching a guy like Billy Shatraw from Air Academy and the 4A team. He stole a base without a pitch being thrown, then forced another wild pitch that he then proceeded to utilize to take third base. Just really an exciting moment. Jerry Lakai was great behind home plate. To see a guy who's heading to the Pac-12 next year, and they're like Brent Williams, a Liberty catcher who's going on to Oklahoma State. I mean, we've seen some good players in this All-Star game. Chase Headley from San Diego Padres and Brandon McCarthy. Spent time with the White Sox, is now with Oakland. There's been some great players to come along here, but you look at a guy like Williams and check out a player like Helton, and you know the best years of the Southern Colorado 4A and 5A All-Star game are just approaching and are still ahead, and especially with the relationship between the Sky Sox and the 4 and 5A All-Star teams in Chassa. I mean, this is a great venue. You could see it by the amount of people that showed up today just to relax on Memorial Day and soak up some rays and to watch some good baseball. This is the ideal venue for an event of this nature, and we look forward to watching this event grow and the relationship between both parties continue to grow as well. Final score in this afternoon's All-Star game: 5A All-Stars 5, 4A All-Stars 3. 6 hits for both teams, 2 errors for the 5A Stars, 3 for the 4A Stars. 5A ekes out a 2-run victory. My name is Bryant Johnson. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you again for the 52nd annual Southern Colorado All-Star Games next year.